Happy Monday. Can leave my glasses on, child. Let me look at some of these. All right. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. Carlos, get in the room, child. It's a lot. It's a lot on the docket. We have a lot going on, Jill. Okay. Thank you, Kareem. The new Belle Collective is so good, and they have real relationships. Yes, we're gonna talk about that today. Happy Monday, cornbread. Cornbread fed. Okay. Listen, I'm only 5 minutes late. We docking Carlos paycheck per minute. He's late. Yes, I'm late to the cubicle. You know what was so good about having a cubicle? Was how you would decorate your cubicle like it was a real office, and you would have like posters and shit on your cubicle with a thumbtack that you would thumbtack to the cubicle. Y'all remember that, right? So we would do that, and then we had our own phones, and then you had your neighbors. I miss the cubicle. Well, let me not say that. I don't miss it. Lord, if you're listening, I'm good. Thank you for all the blessings. I don't miss it, but baby, good times, good times, good times. Okay. So listen, we have a jam. Hi, Lionel. And I love to tell my raindrops. Hi, Mr. Lionel. So we have a jam-packed show tonight, okay? We got Jasmine Henley Brown in the building. Dustin Ross is here. Claudia Jordan is going to be joining us a little bit later. She is currently on a flight. She could be watching now mid-air. We don't know. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. Dustin celebrated his birthday. So we have to figure out how Dustin Ross celebrated his birthday because I need to know if he ate some cake. Did somebody eat Dustin? We have a lot of questions to ask. But first and foremost, we're going to get into Belle Collective Birmingham, Belle Collective Jackson, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Potomac casting news, okay? Sidora and Ralph Pittman having a legal battle. And of course, we are going to get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17, episode 2. Okay? It's a jam-packed show. All right. So enough about that. Let me bring on my co-host. Give it up for Dustin and Jazz.
What's up, Los? Hey, Jazz.
Hello, guys. So happy to be here on a Monday. I love it.
I'm happy you here. I miss you, Jasmine. And talking about Potomac ain't the same without you.
Aww.
So I'm glad you're here, Jasmine.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Shucks, you're making me blush.
Hey, Jazz, you good, boo?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. How are y'all on this fine Monday?
Well, we need to ask Dustin that because Dustin celebrated his birthday on Friday. You know, Dustin is a grown man in many areas in life and anatomy-wise. But Dustin, we need to understand exactly how was your birthday.
You know, if they're gonna talk about it, I'd rather they say that. But yeah, you know, I had an incredible birthday again. Thank you for the wonderful, generous gift, Carlos. I appreciate that. I had a great birthday. Usually I have an event of some sort, maybe a party, maybe a dinner or a brunch. This year I ain't do none of that shit. I just went with the flow, and my friends showed me like literally an outpouring of love, my friends and my family. So I had a great birthday, partied all through New York City. I turned New York City up this weekend. And it felt good. So I had a good birthday. Thank you.
Did anything else feel good that you turned out?
Everything felt good. Yo, very feel good weekend. A good time was had by all. Yes, I had a good weekend. How you doing? You the one with your chest all out and shit, clavicle, collarbones and shit out.
What's don't do a nip slip. Watch it. We don't want to get banned.
No. Right, sitting up there looking like Christy Nome husband. Shit, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Carlo?
Not Christy Nome.
His big titty ass. What's going on, Los? How y'all doing?
Wait,
I'm good.
Dustin.
Yes.
What did Carlos get you? I have to know.
A bottle of Ace of Spades champagne from my bar.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I
It's
had to know.
thoughtful,
Sorry.
thoughtful, the gift that's gonna keep on giving. You feel me? So thank you. I appreciate it.
Look at Jasmine. So Jasmine, just so you know, this is a I know Jasmine. Jasmine also has a very colorful mind and imagination. So, Jasmine, you are more than welcome to join in on the festivities. Shall you want to? Okay.
Yes.
That's the type of party we have on Monday Night Live. So, Jasmine, how was your weekend?
It was great. My fiance had family in town, so we went to Covington, Georgia, which is where they filmed the Vampire Diaries. So if you guys watch the Vampire Diaries, I was actually in Mystic Falls, Virginia, which is Covington, and it was a fine time. Always good to hang with family.
Sounds incredible. I know they love you, and you know he got the best fiance. That Jasmine,
they really
that's
do.
how they be talking about you. Jasmine.
Ray is amazing. I love Ray.
They really do. I do too.
Have you set a wedding date?
Yes, June 1st.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you? Oh, that's like around the corner.
Literally, yeah, less than 2 months. Yep.
Are you? Because listen, as you all know, Jasmine is my former executive producer of Reality with the King. So one thing I know about Jasmine is extremely organized, and she is extremely type A. And Jasmine has to have everything go according to her plan. So, do you have a wedding planner? Are you planning the wedding yourself?
I'll give you all the details offline, but just know everything is going according to my program.
I know that's right.
We good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So listen, Raindrops, we have a jam-packed show. Claudia Jordan is going to join us in a bit. Once again, she is mid-air. She also had a birthday, like I said, on Sunday.
Happy birthday, Claudia, baby.
Yay.
Yes, happy birthday, Claudia. And she will tell you about the surprise gift I gave her too. Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
The generous king.
Well, you're welcome. You know, I'm very generous where it matters. But the thing is,
you better pop your shit, Carlos. You better pop it and then sip your green juice. Yep. Intentional. That's right, Carlos.
Okay. And look, Blue Talusma, speaking of birthdays, she has a best friend who you all know if you watch Monday Night Live. Her best friend Bridget had a birthday. I believe she said Bridget was turning 40.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Bridget Kelly.
Yes, Bridget Kelly. Bridget Kelly had her 40th birthday. So Blue is out celebrating with her best friend, enjoying life. And we have to get into our first topic of the day. Raindrops, the new show Belle Collective Birmingham is out. Okay, Belle Collective Birmingham every Friday. Okay, on OWN. The show stars Stormy Steele. A lot of y'all know Stormy. She is the TikTok queen. Yes. Okay, she has an empire. Canvas Beauty. She has body glaze. I use it. That's why my chest is glistening and everything. Okay, she has that. She also is just this like maven when it comes to the beauty industry, and she also is the person to help launch Belle Collective Birmingham, along with Fumi, Tiffany, Kayla, and Amber. All right. So starting with Dustin. Dustin, what did you think about?
Come on over, bring your ass right on over here. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Summon me, please. All right. Yeah. What did you think about Belle Collective Birmingham?
Knocked it right out the park. This is why I'm so critical of a lot of reality TV, because I know this kind of shit right here can happen. New faces with a familiar face that we have missed. I missed Stormy's wit, her humor. I missed Stormy balling out. That scene with her and Latrice at Taste, the way that they just had a natural comedic banter that really indicated real friendship. That's what we want. And if an argument happens, it happens. But the interesting stuff is the people and their lives and their stories. Stormy versus them damn collab boxes. I was sitting on the edge of my couch like, did the box come? What's gonna happen? Is the box all right? Did they get it right? Did they get the mock up? That's how I was feeling, man. I was completely invested before I even realized it. So I love it. Tiffany is the only one that gets on my nerves so far, but we'll see how everything turns out. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Kayla, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see. But Fumi, star. Fumi is a fucking star, and she's just getting started. There's so much I can say. I'm glad Stormy is back. Belle Collective Birmingham was a hit in my book. I thoroughly enjoyed the premiere. The shit came out on my birthday. So come on, you know what I'm saying? Like it was written for me. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yay. All right, that's good. Okay, Jasmine Henley Brown.
Oh my gosh. Like one of the comments just says, Stormy is that girl. Like I was so inspired just watching the first few minutes. I was like, let me find me something to sell on TikTok Live. Like, what do I have that I can be on there selling? She's amazing. And there's something about her. I was just drawn to her. And I remember when she was on Love and Marriage, there was something about her that I just always like looking at. Like, not only is she beautiful, but she just has a specific like energy about her that I'm like very curious. I'm tapped in with her. I liked all the ladies. I thought they were all lovely and beautiful. But yeah, Tiffany was the one that I was like, oh, I'm going to keep my good eye on you, Tiffany. And then based on what's to come for the season, I was like, my discernment never always spot on. I knew she was going to be what any ensemble cast needs. So like you need a character like Tiffany. So I'm not saying this as if I have anything against her. Right. I was just like, I knew you were going to be the troublemaker, Miss Church Girl. But yeah, it was a great phenomenal premiere. I'm so tapped in. Like I will be watching this entire season. Cannot wait. Yeah. There's so many aspects about it that I loved. I was engaged the entire episode. Seriously. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I can't thank you two enough because one thing about my friends, they're very honest with me. Dustin and Diz for sure. And y'all know Jasmine. Jasmine also don't miss words. And Jasmine has also taken a really hard stance on making sure that she only watches things that she enjoys. Like there's a lot of reality shows that Jasmine's like, I ain't watching that child. So I appreciate that. Listen, I will say this. Belle Collective Birmingham, and I said this to my producers, I am pleasantly surprised how good it is. And when I say pleasantly, everybody knows how I feel about the state of reality television right now. How I feel like the girls get on, they have one agenda, which is cool, ain't nobody tripping, but they no longer want to be real. And they no longer want to show the good, the bad, the ugly that made people like a Nene Leakes, a Tiffany Pollard, Tammy Roman a star. They no longer want to do the work anymore. And when I look at the Belle Collective Birmingham cast, obviously Stormy and I go way back when she was on Huntsville. Similar to you, what you said, Jazz, when I first saw Stormy on camera, I said, and I remember the network executive, because Stormy did a scene with Tiffany Whitlow on Huntsville, and she was talking about like her businesses, and the network executive called me and said, Stormy does all of that? And I said, yes, and he said, I want to see more, like show me more of this. So listen, when it comes to Huntsville, that's a big cast, and Stormy came in obviously to the middle of the season in terms of like how many seasons we've had at that time. So she obviously had to, come in and whatever. On Belle Collective Birmingham, what you're seeing is the whole enchilada of who she is. Stormy's about her business. Yeah. Stormy called me yesterday, Huddy, and was like, get on TikTok and you need to like Stormy really is that girl that's like, she is constantly thinking, and she's constantly thinking about like how to make things better. And little old me, I'm like, what else? So Jazz and Dustin saying, I'm like, do what on TikTok, girl? So she's that, and she helped us find, some of these cast members. Her and Fumi go way back. Kayla, they go way back. And Amber, obviously the CFO of her company, so it was an opportunity.
Who I love, by the way.
Amber's great. No, the cast is great. Amber, Tiffany, Fumi, Kayla. These are women that, as a first season show, you really want each girl to be different, to look different. Mm-hmm. Because one thing I will say about Rhode Island, although I love it, they all look alike.
Yep.
And as a viewer, I love the show. However, as a viewer, it's hard for me to remember like Rosie, who is very difficult. So on Birmingham, each woman looks different. Each woman is a boss in their own right. And when I say to you, and I'm gonna leave it at this, and we're gonna talk about a scene that I'm gonna get your guys' thoughts on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all saw the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
When I say to you, the trailer gave a snippet of what's to come, because this is one of those first season shows where each episode gets better and better and better and better and better. So if you guys like episode 1, you guys don't know what you guys are going to get episode 2. Let's just say episode 2 is when the activation starts to happen.
Really?
Stormy and Tiffany, and that I'm leaving it at that. Tune in Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see what happens when Stormy and Tiffany have this disagreement, and it goes left.
But see, Stormy don't bother nobody, so we already know it's Tiffany's fault. We already know, because Stormy don't fuck with nobody. Stormy just mind hers. You know, she have an opinion when it's time. We know it's gonna be Tiffany's fault. And I could tell when she was talking about not drinking anymore in that car. It's one thing not to do whatever you don't want to do, but the way that she was pontificating about not drinking anymore, I was a little,
It was when she started talking about the influencers when they were at the event. So you always see the influencers around, and they're always trying to outdo one another. You know, me, I'm just a simple girl. Why are you comparing yourself to them? And like, why are you watching to see like what kind of drama they're into? Yeah,
already on some hater shit.
My antennas went up on Miss Tiffany. But listen, I love a reformed club girl, right?
Yeah.
Like we were all
make space for that.
All, yes, in that club, with the tightest, shortest pieces of material that we could find at Forever 21, wet seal, okay, highest heel. So I lived that life too. I too am a reformed club rat, okay?
Me too.
So I saw her with that, but I was like, something about
the way she said it. The way she said it for me, I've been doing this too long, and I can. What he's saying, Harlem Nights. I can call the snake. I can call the dice before they stop rolling. I know what I'm looking at. Yeah. And Tiffany, but you know what? Bring her on. Yeah. It's nothing more enjoyable than a good villain, and I can already tell she's gonna disrupt this cast in the most beautiful way. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, they're all great television. So shout out to my cast, Belle Collective Birmingham, Raindrops. Fridays. It'll be on this Friday at 9. But after this week, they're going to move up to 8 because Belle Collective Jackson is going to take a break. Okay? Leave me alone. They'll be back.
No, they're about to get on your ass about the breaks, Carlos.
Yeah. They hate a break. They hate a break. Belle Collective Jackson will go on a brief break, but they'll be back. Y'all wanted more episodes? Thank God we have them. With more episodes mean a little break. So Belle Collective this Friday's at 9, but moving forward, it'll be 8 o'clock. Okay. One scene that I wanted to get into is the scene with Stormy and Kayla. Kayla is a model maker. Kayla had her daughter appear in Black Panther. The moment she was able to do that, she said she created this company and she made 7 figures working with mothers and their children. In this scene, we learned that Kayla was 17 when she met this 32-year-old man that she ended up marrying. And that's when social media was like, now hold on, child, because we are now already talking about Brandy and Wanye Morris. And they're like, what in the Brandy and Wanye is going on? Now, Wanye's thing, he was 22. Brandy was 16. Kayla was 17. The man was 32. They recently got a divorce 4 months ago at the time that scene was filmed. Jasmine, what were your thoughts on discovering that little bit of information?
I think my takeaway is not politically correct. It's politically incorrect. I was once a 17-year-old girl, young girl, 16, whatever. It was kind of the cool thing to do to like talk to guys that were older. Like my boyfriend, like my senior year of high school was like he could buy liquor, okay? And it's kind of the cool thing. I will say you don't know what you don't know, right? So now that I'm older, I couldn't imagine having a 17-year-old daughter and then her telling me she has a boyfriend that's 22, let alone 32, because I know now being a grown woman, but like it's really tough for me to judge harshly, like to judge a situation like that harshly because I've lived it. And so it's just like, yeah, it's not as simple as like you're outwardly or overtly being taken advantage of, right? Like, so if you're a man in his 30s, there are things about life that you know, so you can be manipulative on a different level that a 17-year-old girl is not ready for. But it's really hard for me to be like, oh, he was so wrong, lock him up, because again, when you're a 17-year-old girl, it's kind of like a thing to do. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to excuse it. I don't want to excuse it because I don't, like I said, if I had a 17-year-old daughter, I don't think I would want her dating a man in his 30s. But I'm not looking at this like this is the most, egregious thing that I've ever seen.
Dustin?
Yeah, well, if I have a 17-year-old daughter and she tell me anything about a 30-year-old anything, doing anything to her, that's their ass. Okay, let me be clear. So 17 to 32 is grossly imbalanced. There are life experiences and things that have happened to you that develop your character and your perspectives and opinions that are simply unfair. He has such a head start on her. It's something predatory about that shit, and that's nasty. Now, that being said, Kayla is a totally different person. She's a grown-ass woman now versus the kid that she was when he met her. So them being divorced was no surprise to me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? She probably woke up one morning and look at his snoring ass, farting armpits, all his hair. She probably was like, like, that's it. I don't even want this motherfucker no more. And now I have these children, which again hindered her from who knows what her life could be. Thank God she has grown this successful business and she's able to find some sense of self in that. But marrying anybody at 17, I don't care if they 17 too. Getting married at 17 is a different walk. I'll just say that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely not trying to cast judgment, but anyone getting married that young is totally different in their 30s or however old Kayla is now versus when they were that age. So I wasn't surprised. I'm actually glad I don't know him, so I'm not trying to say anything negative about him, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad she's getting the hell away from him and is gonna be able to like spread her wings, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And really, she has this television show now. So there's a lot of things that can give her some identity and some purpose outside of her husband,
Yeah.
What did you two think about the fact that her new boyfriend is also Michael?
Oh, he is. I don't know how I missed that, but
yeah. He's an older guy. She has a type, clearly.
Yeah.
She has a type. She likes an older man. Now it's more age appropriate because I imagine she's somewhere in her 30s at least, right? So dating someone in their 50s, you're able to make your own decisions. One of the comments showed, and it was like, yeah, a grown man should be judged, not the teenager, right? That's absolutely it, right? So if we're gonna judge anyone, it is like, why are you 30 something dating a 17-year-old? Like, that's the first question, is like, how did you guys even end up in the same type of like in a situation to even date each other? But yeah, from 17 to whatever age she is now, you are so many different women, right? Like, just like you guys, so many different men from the time you're 17 till now, you become so many different people. So yeah, she probably did wake up one day and was like, I actually don't like him. Did I ever like him? Or was it just like a comfortable situation for me? Maybe he provided some things to her that she might have been missing. I don't know her history. We could ask about her parents. Like, what's her relationship like with her father? Like, that might give us some answers here. But yeah, I think it's probably also a tricky place for her because he is the father of her children. So even if she did wake up one day and was like, I've been with this older guy, I kind of gave him my youth and now I'm waking up to this and I don't want it anymore, but he's still the father of her children. So it's probably really hard for her to look at him and say, did he manipulate me? Did he take advantage of me because I was so young? She probably won't ask herself those questions because
Yeah.
father of her children.
Well, Carlos King will be asking those questions at the reunion.
I know that's right, Los.
That's the perks of having this job. I will be asking all those questions at the reunion. That's why I'm not going to comment on the situation. I'll reserve my comment for the reunion, okay? But there's a lot to unpack here. So Raindrops, let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. And thank you, Jasmine, because on our Patreon, we have a show called Reality After Dark with me, Dustin, Claudia, and Mandy B. And Claudia and Mandy B talked about what you said, Jasmine, that look, we're going to be honest here. When we were teenage girls, we wanted the older guy, but I definitely think whoever made that comment on the chat is right in terms of it's less about judging the young girl who is
100%,
and it's more about judging a man who's older, in this case, 32 years old, because what was that sort of
what kind of shit is that, Carlos? Come on.
Yeah.
Your niece come home with a 32-year-old nigga, grown-ass man, and she's 17. Yeah. We brawling. Yeah. That's all I got to say, man. So I don't know how that flew. It's a lot of other people that, to me, because this one, like, that's a big gap. I'll just put it like that. So there's a lot of people that was around then that I want to know why they didn't interfere with that. Thank God, you know, things have worked out the way that they have, and she has a family, you know, or whatever, but we don't know what kind of hell she went through. That is like I said, grossly imbalanced. So where was your cousins at? Where your brother, where your uncles and your brothers and where was your mama when that was going on? Where was everybody at? Why didn't nobody fuck him up?
I wonder if they knew how old he was. I wonder if they knew she might have lied. When I just told you, my boyfriend in high school, or my senior year in high school, he was old enough to buy liquor. I lied to my parents about how old he was. Because like I knew, I think he was like 22 or 23. So not even that much older, but like I knew that my dad probably was gonna be like, what? So I was like, oh, he graduated like last year. And then when I turned 18, I was like, well, actually, he's this age. And my mom was like, well, I knew that. Go tell your dad that, right? So like she might have lied about his age.
Very true. So, well, when they found out, I ain't off his ass. I don't give a fuck. When they found out, somebody should have picked up a baseball bat and went to work. There is no way that none of my 17-year-old, I got little cousins that's 16, 17 years old in high school right now. Even the thought of a 32-year-old man, woman, anybody, you know, approaching him in that intimate way is infuriating for me. So that's all.
Yeah.
Keep
watching, y'all. More will be explored. So listen, we have a jam-packed show. So I want to make sure we get to the next show, which is Belle Collective Jackson. This scene I want to talk about first, Jazz and Dustin, is the talk of Twitter. The comments were commenting before we even started. There was a scene where Selena went to go talk to Tambra, and she's fresh back from Colombia, you know, got her new teeth child, and talks about how she had high blood pressure before the surgery, the oral surgery, that is. And what we do know about Selena is Selena had a stroke. She, of course, survived it. She does have high blood pressure, but we've learned in this scene that she is not taking her blood pressure pills. Dustin, I mean, yikes.
I mean, big yikes. First of all, this is why. But again, this is why being honest on reality TV matters, right? Because she's not alone in withholding information that she doesn't deem necessary, when really you should be as forthcoming as you can with your doctor. That's the one person in your life that you're supposed to keep it all the way a buck with. You know what I'm saying? Any medical professional or whatever. So lesson learned, and I'm glad that she was brave enough to share it. I'm glad y'all kept it in the edit, because I feel like that's a scene that can benefit a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you why Belle Collective Jackson is the shit. Y'all are having a great season. All the ladies are knocking it out the park. I thought Tambra's scene last week when she had the Museum of Tambra and introduced them to her daughter, like that was so cute. And now Tambra's in a position to pop her shit as she's been doing since she had that event. Sat down with Letitia and Letitia Shantae, cleared that up. Went sat down with the guy with Damon, cleared it up even more. Now she's popping her shit in her office to Selena, telling her she don't like how the shit went down. You know what I'm saying? That pushed Tambra into a new space on the cast, and it happened in a really organic way. So I loved this scene. I love Tambra and Latrice and Selena being friends in real life off the cameras, and it bleeds over into what they filmed together. I love it. Thought it was a great scene.
Yeah, it was a really good scene. Take your medicine though, Selena, seriously. And be sure to tell your doctors whenever you're going to the doctor, tell them about your medical history. That could have been catastrophic for her because they didn't know that. So yeah,
out of the country, no less.
Out of the country. Where was she? She said Colombia, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure she signed all her paperwork was in Espanol. Okay. She probably didn't even know what she was signing when she went over there. You have to be honest about that with getting any type of surgery. But yeah, no, it was a really good scene. And I did like what Tambra was talking about afterwards when she was saying, like, now you all know everything about me. And I feel like I don't know enough about you guys. Like, she flipped it. It was a great scene. It really was.
Yeah. What did y'all think about Dustin, Latrice and Cliff conversation? You know, I love the fact that Latrice, our resident, she's Gen Z, because Latrice is like mid-30s. So that's Gen Z, right?
He's a millennial.
Is that millennial?
Like mid-30s, like how old? Like 35?
Around that.
That's a millennial.
Millennial.
My sister's 33 and she's a millennial.
Oh, okay. Well, she's a millennial then. I thought it was just my bad.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I don't fucking know. Okay.
Yeah. Ray, y'all look on the comments. But I love the fact that she got this idea off of TikTok. Her and Cliff, they said millennial. Okay, thank you. Her and Cliff having two chairs sitting across from each other. And in this scene, we learn a lot about the dynamic of what they're going through. You know, Latrice does feel some kind of way that when she had her blood clot, Cliff left her at the
What do you mean? What do you mean when it says I'm saying? I'll tell you. I'm gonna say.
Subtitles are definitely needed.
That is hilarious.
Okay, starting with Jazz. Jazz, how would you feel if your fiance left you at the hospital? And because Jazz, my friend, Jazz had let the world know, if Jazz feels a cough, Dustin, she's calling the doctor. Jazz is all about going to the doctor by any means necessary.
Okay, if my pinky is sore for more than 24 hours, hey, come in and see you. And I wish my man would not go with me. It wouldn't be a fiance. Are you kidding me? Yeah, right. He every time, anytime I need it or I need to go, he's gonna go with me. I couldn't imagine having something as serious as a blood clot and your husband isn't there. That was crazy to me. I was like, but you know, here also, I don't want to judge too harshly people's relationships because everybody has their things. But I was definitely watching with like a very judgmental mind. Like I could never. But you know, if that works for you, that works for you. But that was out of order. But he did say he learned his lesson, right? Something like that. Like he said, men will never win. So I think maybe the next time, hopefully there's not a next time. But if she does have a sore pinky for 48 hours and she has to go to the doctor, hopefully he'll go with her next time.
Right. And not to the goddamn bar at the restaurant. That was crazy. And his ass is too old. He knows better. He knows better than doing that. And he knew what he was doing. Now, I will say this. This season, Latrice has been speaking up for herself and standing up to Cliff in a way that she has never done before. Yeah. Cliff has long presented himself and behaved in a way that indicated that he didn't give a damn about embarrassing Latrice on television or doing and saying things that didn't put her in the best light. And this season, we're seeing her kind of speak up and be absolute in the things that she has to say and in the way that she expresses herself to him. And it's good to see. We're also seeing that in that same vein, we're seeing a little bit more humility from Cliff. He's actually acting like he gives a damn about being her husband. You know what I'm saying? He is apologizing. Just like Jasmine said, even though it was a workaround from the point, he did say he knew not to continue pushing because ultimately he was wrong. So I love seeing that. I thought it was very cute that she everything about the scene was cute, to be honest with you. In the house, the white kitchen, her in the athleisure set, you know what I'm saying, with a ponytail, like she had just picked up a damn yoga mat off the floor. It just was a cute scene, her having him hold hands. I saw this on TikTok, him participating. It just was a good scene. And I'm happy for Latrice. You know, she's one of my favorite Bells. I don't make no qualms about that. So I was happy to see her speaking up for herself.
I agree.
You will be happy to know that there's a couple of more scenes this season. When we come back from our break.
Damn. I asked you who we need to cuss out a long time ago, Carlos. You won't give me no email.
Hell no, I like my job.
I'm like,
I want to tell him, look, it ain't about Carlos being here right now.
Go ahead.
We want y'all to know we sick of waiting because the shit is good. We want the episodes now. Thank you.
Okay, that was kind. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
They saw my check. All right, yeah. Yeah. But no, you will be happy to know that there's a couple of more scenes. I just watched an episode last week where Latrice is giving it the clip this season. But you're right, in a way that I've never seen before. And it's funny because I remember asking my producers when they were telling me like what was going on, because I don't want to give it away. And I'm like, you know that Wendy Wills meme?
Yeah, just like that.
Called me, I was like, Carlos, for real, she really wants something, whatever. So long story short, you're gonna see there's an evolution, okay, of Latrice Rogers. Kareem, listen, I like my cabinets that's behind me. I like my gym membership that I pay a lot of money to obtain. I am not going to ever go against the program. Okay, it is what it is. I've spoken. I've said how I felt. It's a business. In the words of the millennials or the Gen Zs, it is above me now. It literally is.
Literally.
Yep.
Because everybody has a boss.
As a boss, yeah.
Okay, and I am what? Happy. Ding, as I see my deposit. All right.
I know that's right. Keep that sex protected.
You know, some of these girls and guys be doing everything for the baby. I'm not blocking my blessings.
Never. Yep.
No,
ain't doing that. Speaking of blessings, all right, before we get to Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Marriage Huntsville, we have to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac casting news. Okay? Bravo TV, which, by the way, I don't understand. Sorry, I don't think you guys understand, meaning the raindrops, how this never happens. Bravo TV Instagram page revealed who the returning cast members are. And just so y'all know, they did it the first day of filming. Wait,
maybe not.
I think. Wait,
well, we saw them at the game, right?
Hold on. Dustin, that's out there, right?
Yeah, the game. Okay. It was at the game. Stacey had the striped dress on. Yeah. We good. Yeah. All right,
okay. All right. Look at Jack. I ain't trying to get in trouble. Okay. So Bravo TV actually revealed who the returning Potomac housewives are. Drum roll, please. And I can hear it. Karen Huger, Giselle Kobe Bryant, Ashley Darby, Wendy, Stacey, and Tia is returning for her second season. But the news that broke the internet, Rockin' Robin Dixon is back as a friend to the show. And I gotta start with Dustin. Dustin, what are your thoughts on this? Because this also means Angel Massey and Jazzy will not be returning to the show, nor Jazzy and Monique Samuel. So those four will not be returning to the show this season. Dustin, what are your thoughts with Bravo's casting decision of Potomac?
I'll miss Kiana. I'll fight for her until the day I die. I'll miss Kiana on that cast. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I know nobody agrees with me. I wanted her to stay. She's gone. I accept it. We move forward with the new season, right? We pretty much have figured out Angel wasn't going to be there next season. She was a terrible fit to the cast, and we wish her well. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised T is back because I didn't really see any real bonds or connections form, and she kind of seemed like a bandwagoner, passenger seat. You know, no pigeons. You know, right in the back passenger side, the best friends ride. She seemed like that, you know, but we'll see what she brings. I did think she had an adorable family, though, and I thought her kids were funny and cute. So I would love to see more of her family. Robin being back, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to get the same kind of tepid level of participation, but she'll pipe up when it's time. Robin is always down for a good, you know, verbal jousting with the ladies. So I think that that'll be funny. And her coming back at the same time as Karen, I think is funny. And that ensures that we'll see those sparks kind of clashing as we move forward. So I'm actually all right with this season. I miss Jazzy. I'm all right with this season.
Okay. And I think no Kiana, right?
Yeah,
you said Jazzy twice, but you meant Kiana. We all
my bad. Sorry. So no Jazzy, no K, no Angel, and no Monique. Go ahead. Jasmine, your thoughts?
I am shocked, actually. I'm surprised. I feel like last season of Potomac was one of the better seasons that they've had in like recent memory. So I'm very confused. I have confusion, okay, in the words of Andrew Caldwell, like why they would get rid, particularly of Angel, right? Like we as an audience, also as people who like comment on these shows, super hard on Angel. But I started to see something. I was like, wait, I think if Angel got a second season without Kay, we could potentially see something a little better from her. And I mean, she was the moment last season. So like, I also am just like, how did they get rid of her? So I am shocked that Angel at least is not coming back, even in a reduced role, right? Like I just feel like that might prove to be a little bit of a fumble. And then she bought a house there only to get fired from the show. And I think that's also super wrong of them. Robin being back didn't move me at all. Not excited. Don't care. I have historically called her Robin Paint Dry Dixon. And I think we're going to get more of that. Beautiful gowns, though. Beautiful gowns. But she does.
Beautiful caps.
Beautiful silk line caps. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I think this is making Giselle even more comfortable, right? Like in her space. Destin, you asked why Tia came back. Tia is friends with Giselle. So that makes sense, right? That she would be back. So I don't know. There's kind of going back to the same formula that was not super exciting to me. I'm happy to see Karen back.
Okay.
What about Ashley? You ain't saying nothing about Ashley, Jasmine. Why not? Carlos.
Are you happy to see Ashley back?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. I'm glad to see her, Mr. Burns, snarling face ass, sneering down at the women, and she's, you know, we gonna get all that back. And low key, Ashley looked good last season. Like whoever is styling her, I think she was working with Jay Bolin. Shout out to Jay Bolin. Like Ashley, she looked good. So hopefully we see more. Hopefully, you know, we don't have to see that boy that she was dating. I don't know. I'm just, you know, she's been there since season 1, whatever.
Yeah, Ashley, I will say this. Ashley recently did, Carlos, I think we talked about this really briefly. She did the reality rundown and celebrated 10 seasons of Potomac. Yes. She was there and she was talking to Taria from the What Else Is Going On podcast. And Taria was like, yo, girl, I side eye you sometimes. And Ashley was like, well, yeah, you should, right? So Ashley is very like aware of the
Love
role that
that.
she plays on Potomac.
Yeah.
And I will say that I know I was just being really shady to her 0.5 seconds ago. I appreciate that about Ashley because it does seem like she knows that she is not particularly a fan favorite. And she just kind of leans into it and she doesn't care at the end of the day. As long as the check clears, she's going to continue to do the thing. And so I can say I respect that. I do respect that.
Yes, and I think all reality stars should be that way. Like, do your job, and but your job is to be real, and your job is to really show your real life. But yes, have the attitude of, I know how y'all think about me. I don't care. My bosses love me. I do my job. They're satisfied with me, and that's just on that. So look. I will be the minority like I was when I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay.
There wasn't shit else there.
This is familiar territory. I was a black kid in St. Paul, Minnesota elementary school. I had an afro that rivaled Tito Jackson, and the kids used to play with it. I would never forget this. I'm like 5 and I'm traumatized. They're like, it feels like a sponge.
Oh.
And then somebody, it's a true story. Somebody put their snot boogers in my afro. And then my mother, you know, black mamas and their kids, my mother went down to the school and cussed some people out. But hey, it ain't about me. It's about me being in the minority in terms of my opinion on Robin Dixon.
I hope their life fucked up now. I hope what do I hope happened to them? I hope they toilet backed up this morning and fucked their whole day up. Them little kids, whoever that was, playing in your hair like that. Now, you know what I'm saying? I hope that happened to you today.
You know, they say shit happens, not happen. So listen, right. I was a kid. It's all good. They get to watch me on TV. Now, with that being said, I'm good. So
that's right.
Thank you. No, okay. Here is my minority report on Robin Dixon as I break on my glasses. I'm happy Robin is back. Okay, and I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna talk about her as well. Dustin knows this. Jasmine, I believe you know this too. I have been screaming at the top of my lungs, like, look, I enjoyed last season. It was fun. It was definitely a step in the right direction. The one thing that I wanted more was personal story, because I felt like these girls don't act like a friend group. They act like we're here to work, haze you, you're new, and call you out, and that's that. You know, I was very confused about Wendy and Giselle. Are y'all friends? No. Do y'all like each other? Giselle says one thing. I'm confused. Like, I don't believe Giselle and Wendy's friendship. I believe Giselle loves Ashley. Wendy, y'all know what she's going through. And I love the fact that Stacey was there for her, but Stacey's been only there for 2 years. But they have a friendship. So I say all of that to say, I've been begging for real friendships. And we know that Robin and Giselle are really friends. And we know that Robin, you can say what you want about Robin. Robin, in her defense, she does call people out. And one thing that Dustin did say is the idea of seeing Robin versus Karen. I can watch 10 seasons of that. You know, Karen called Robin one of the dizziest bitches she knows.
A hard 40. Remember she said that on. Remember she went on Wendy Williams and said Robin is when Robin had age shamed Karen. And Karen went on Wendy Williams and responded and said Robin was a hard 40 and it stuck. People say that, you know what I mean? It's a thing. So yeah.
You know, listen, we get to, the thing is, and I think there's something going on with Ashley and Robin. My spidey senses tells me there could be something there, because when it was revealed that Ashley kissed Sheree's son, Shereese came on my podcast and said she spoke to Robin. Robin was disgusted by it. Robin said she thought it was disgusting on her podcast with Giselle. So I think Robin would bring that more conflict that's real versus that's just like we're hazing the new girl. So I'm excited for Robin's return. And listen, Robin nuts if you bugs. Robin pointed her finger at Ashley and gave her all these at that failed restaurant. And, you know, Robin was trying to get out of Monique with the umbrella and say, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
How do y'all feel about Monique not coming back?
Listen, I think when it comes to Monique, I believe, this is my opinion, Monique hasn't said anything. I think Monique is probably dealing with something with Chris that is preventing her from coming back. That's what I think. I think a lot of it has to do with that, because the thing is this: never in the history of Housewives you bring somebody back as a friend of, and you don't either let them remain a friend or upgrade them to be a housewife. Right. So for her not to be included at all, my spidey sense, it tells me is something going on with her and Chris, because we know that we know that unfortunately for them, they're not having the best sort of situation right now.
Don't you remember how he answered that phone when Sharice called him last season? What the hell you want? Hell no! That's how he was responding. He don't want nothing to do with none of this housewife shit at all. So, it may be very well. You may be on to something, Carlos.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that makes sense. I'm hoping, again, Minority Report. That's the name of this segment. I'm hoping we see Sharice.
We need to. Now that is surprising to me, especially with the whole kerfuffle over her son and Ashley and their tryst. You know what I'm saying? And Sharice went all the way to the Sherry show. You know what I'm saying? To let everybody know she want to be a part of this thing, and it made sense. So I was surprised by that.
Interesting.
Jasmine.
No, just interesting. I don't really think about Sharice, and this is not even being shady. I just really don't think about her that much when it comes to this show. I think she's been, in and out. She's always orbited the show, but she's been like out for so long that she's just not someone that I really think about too much. And I also think the story with her son and Ashley is just kind of old at this point. Like, it's stale. Like, I wouldn't want her to come back just because of that, because like I don't want to keep rehashing that. It happened like even further in the past than when they brought it up on the show. So it's just like, I didn't want to keep hearing about it, but I do know, Sharice is half of the fandom really is into her. Half of the fandom couldn't care less. I'm in the middle. If she came back, cool. If not, cool.
And I couldn't care less.
I want to see Karen activated, and Sharice gets. Y'all think Robin gets under Karen's skin? Sharice gets up under Karen's skin, and we haven't seen, because the raindrops, Dustin and Jasmine, my interview with Sharice 2 years ago, where she said these things about Karen, they played the audio when Karen was in her situation, and we haven't seen Karen and Sharice talk about it. So my whole point is this: I want to see that. I am sad to see KK not be there. I love KK. Look, I love KK. I love Jazzy. And y'all know I wanted them to be like this new hot young crop of women that gave us what Porsha and Kenya gave season 5. Just in terms of a new energy of a young vibe, just giving us some new beef, because I thought that was going to be good. And when it comes to Angel Massey, listen, y'all know how I feel. I feel like Angel just had a bad season. I mean, there's no other way to put it. A redemption season is always something you want to see, but look, I'm not surprised that they didn't ask her back. Although I felt like, should she have another season? I just don't know what Angel would have given if she wasn't going to clap back at these women playing in her face. And my hope would have been like, girl, you need to like check them the way you did. What should you do, Dustin?
Yeah.
I want that times 10 Angel Massey. So I'm sad to see her go, but look, I'm looking forward to seeing this new season and see what new blood they have, because clearly they're going to have some new blood.
Yeah, and you guys keep saying like you want to see Karen activated. Do you think that these girls are gonna let Karen come back after spending 6 months in Sing Sing and not come for her? Like they're all gonna have a go at Karen.
They are
all gonna have a go at Karen. So I don't think that we're gonna get a season where Karen isn't activated, because they're all gonna take their turns.
So she said we don't need no damn Sharice, Carlos.
know?
No, the thing is this. Karen and Giselle are in on the joke with their beef. Robin is something I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out with Robin and Karen. I don't know what it is, but Charisse does something to Karen, and that activation is when Karen blacks out and gives you good reads. And I want a good read. Okay, speaking of good reads, let's bring in Claudia Jordan.
Hey. Happy birthday!
You're muted.
What? I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah. Hey, this mic.
Okay, I'm in the airport. Hey, Jazz. I'm in the airport. I just posted. I'm doing Monday Night Live from the airport in Atlanta on my layover. Hold on, let me go ahead and post that. I got a curl line burn on my forehead. I'm trying not to talk loud around these people. I've never done no shit like this before. Hi, y'all. But I did not want to miss it.
Happy birthday, Claudia.
Thank you. Thank you. My ring light wasn't working, so hold on. Let me put this light on.
I thought that shit had burned you. I thought the ring light burned you.
This is so good. So listen, Claudia, Claudia, you look.
This
resourceful. Look at this burn. Okay, we're gonna just let it do what it do.
That's all right.
What a difference a light makes. So Claudia, how long is your layover?
My gate is right across, but I think it leaves in like 40 minutes. But that means I gotta get over there. Like,
okay, good. Okay. So listen, Dustin and Jazz and Raindrops, because we have Claudia Jordan, who made an appearance in last night's episode of Atlanta Housewives.
Looking the fuck good too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Raindrops, now is the time to discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 2. And after Claudia boards a plane, we will finish up by talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. So I want to start with you, Dustin. So the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 2, the first scene out the gate. And listen, I'm going to stand up because I am proud to be a Porsha apologist, and I'm standing on business. I loved everything Porsha Williams gave in this scene. And y'all know me, I like to give y'all, I'm gonna take the floor first. Porsha proved in this one scene where she's with Kelli and K. Michelle what a force multiplier she is, what a great reality star she is, what a great vet she is. She is celebrating 10 full-time seasons on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The way Porsha carried that scene, the way she carried Kelli in her bonnet, the way she carried Thelma with no Louise. Porsha owned that scene. It was so delicious. And you know you a bad bitch, okay? When K. Michelle, who was at a similar table, had to play the role of Mimi Faust. When K. Michelle said, shake the table, Mimi looked over and saw the glasses fall on the ground. K. Michelle was gagged how good it was.
Zone 4.
And when I say to you, in my humblest opinion, Porsha, the icon you are, that was an amazing scene.
Carlos, relax. Relax. It was cute, but it wasn't all of that.
To kick off episode, that was something I watched.
But the episode was good though. I think she was good.
Mm-hmm.
But you give an icon for one episode. Calm down. You doing too much. You started opening up your shirt and showing your nipples. The way you started salivating, the people in the comments are agreeing with me. Carlos, it was cute. But I think you're so starved. You're just like, oh my God, it was about everything. No, it wasn't. It was cute. And yes, y'all gonna call me a hater. I liked the scene. For a minute, I was like, it reminded me that they used to, like, it brought back the good old days when they would just have fun. It wasn't so dark. It was fun. She did eat. It was good. But I don't know if it was like that. You give it perfection. It wasn't perfection.
I thought it was good because anytime you're able to sit there and disarm your opponent, that's the type of TV I want to watch.
But it was
You
fake.
think
It was
Kelly
Philip.
disarmed?
You said
I don't
what?
think so.
You think Kelly was disarmed?
Yes, and I love Kelly. I'm a Kelly Cub. I love Kelly. The thing is this. Kelly was gagged because Kelly was not expecting Porsha to say all of that to her in front of her face, in front of this new woman named Kimberly Michelle Pate. Kelly was gagged. Kelly came there looking like Thelma because she Scooby-Doo. Okay? She said
That was cute when she said the Louise thing. The Louise thing was cute and very fast. I like that. I like that.
To me, is this.
That's good. That's good.
Porsha to me was fast, and Porsha to me was able to activate. Y'all know me. I love a force multiplier. I love activation. I thought Porsha did a fantastic job, but Claudia, go ahead, child.
Like, I have to be the Yankee again because it's just getting out of control if I don't. Okay, it's just out of control.
What did you think about the scene?
First of all, the scene was cute. It's just, you know me, I can't stand hypocrisy. The fact that Porsha Steelaman Williams was on there when we already have receipts, facts, and testimony in divorces of the fact that she did the same thing. I just don't like judgmentalness coming from someone that does the same thing. I think you kind of like fall flat a little bit on that. Like, I give the hypocrisy part a very, like, that was kind of cray-cray. But yes, she was funny. It was cute. She called Kelly fake, but she was fake because she started off being super nice and out of nowhere she dropped the bomb, which is good for us. It's good for housewives. But I'm like, fake calling the fake. Homewreckers calling the homewreckers. And where was the real receipt? And I really do not believe that Kelly was having sex with a married man and Porsha Williams and Dennis's name came up. I think Porsha was trying to reclaim her time and get a lick back on her. And that's why Kelly was like, wait, what? Say the name. Because I alluded to something last week. Say their names. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. Say the name. Say the name. It don't mean nothing. I show the picture. Bam, this is who the guy is. Show something. Don't be general like that because then it takes away. But other than that, she looked bomb as fuck. Body was tea. It was cute. I love the friendship between Porsha and K. Michelle. I think they're gonna give us lots of laughs on the show. I think that's. I actually look forward to it. I was like, oh, she was definitely entertaining. And this episode, to me, 10 times better than last week. I love this episode. I thought it was cute. I'm just not ready to give her icon status. Maybe baby icon, maybe junior icon, but icon, Carlos, y'all just need to go ahead and get married because you love her and that's so cute.
No, I'm not being biased. I thought it was good, but let me hear from Jasmine. Don't get to Dustin. Jasmine, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, you are giving her a whole lot, but I will admit, like, it was an enjoyable scene. But yeah, to Claudia's point, I was waiting for the receipt, and the reason she didn't gag Kelly in the way that you're claiming she gagged her, it went on for too long. Like, it was confusing. I was like trying to follow the dots of what she said happened. I'm like, this isn't landing the way she thinks it's landing. I see where she's going and why she's doing that, but it didn't give as much as you think it gave. But I think when you compare it to what we've been given in the past, it did feel good. I will say that it felt a lot more lighthearted. I went into this season being, I think, in my own opinion, overly critical of them. And I was like, am I just trying not to like this show? So I went into this episode with a more open mind and I was like, oh no, this is light. This is fun. And I did like at the end of the conversation, they hugged. Like, we can move on from it. It doesn't have to be a thing, even though Kelly kept making it a thing. But yeah, it was good. It was cute, Carlos, but I don't know, babe.
Dustin Ross.
Okay, let's back this thing all the way up. First of all, the hug is what completely made it fall flat for me, right?
The hug at the end?
Yes. You don't make an accusation as damning and as vile as you fucked on somebody, a married man, and I know it. You know what I'm saying? And then get up from the table and hug. Hell no. That's when you literally start digging your heels into that teapot and tearing Porsha up at that table. That's what you should have done. Because number one, this shit sounds just like what we went through at the end of last season with Junebug and Phaedra and all of that other mumbo jumbo. You know what I'm saying? It felt hard to follow. It felt like lies, and it just didn't make sense. And Porsha speaks with a certain cadence when she hasn't told the truth in the past, and she was using that cadence at that table. So that now they all looked beautiful. Okay. I thought that they looked gorgeous in that restaurant. I did love the fact that they didn't get too ugly, but it would have had to if it was me. You know what I'm saying? You saying I'm sleeping with a married man and you know it and laying up in the bed. First of all, who you rolling with that's friends with somebody that just openly cheats and touts, celebrates it with text messages and is gossiping like that anyway. You're gonna have, where is Sutton Strack at? Name them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to name them. I would have made Porsha name them. So I don't know. It kind of fell flat to me, but it was entertaining, and I am enjoying this season. So,
Okay, and I'm being very honest.
Minority once again. So sorry.
Okay. This whole episode is dedicated to the Minority Report, played by Carlos King the First. What do you guys want?
I'm happy.
I thought, I'm really confused right now, and I need to understand what I'm missing here. What wasn't y'all to say enjoyable? What wasn't
iconic?
Fascinating. You said what?
Iconic. Like, why was it not iconic?
Okay, I wouldn't say iconic because I understand that Housewives of Atlanta has so many iconic scenes with Nene, Sheree, and Kim, and so Porsha, Kenya. I get all that, right? I thought for an episode to kick off with this scene, I did not expect it to go left. And I thought it was so delicious and funny and a great way to kick off a second episode where, to me, it had no arguments. And I thought it was a good sort of like Porsha said, you went on the after show to make these accusations that I sleep with everyone's husband. And I thought that Porsha, being a smart vet, said, I'm not gonna wait until I'm not gonna say anything on Twitter. I'm not gonna give away. Porsha went to the Carlos King University, protecting your job. And Porsha said, look, I'm not gonna say shit on social media. I'm going to respect my bosses who pay me, and I'm gonna say it on the show they pay me, right? So I thought the fact that when I say disarmed, because Kelli said this months ago, she wasn't expecting it. That's why she came in like, hey, how's it going? Hey.
We do all kinds of
being like, hey, so like, at the BET Awards weekend, didn't you sleep with a married man? I thought that was a great way of being like, checkmate.
It was good. I guess the question is like, why do you want us to match your enthusiasm for it? We're not saying it was bad. We're literally all like, yeah, we thought it was cute. It was fun. You want us to all stand up and give a standing ovation. We're just not there, babe. But like, we support you in being there. We really do. We honest to God do.
I like this girl. I like this girl a lot. I like Jess. I will say this. I've judged a lot of pageants, the biggest one in the world, Miss Universe. And I remember one time Donald Trump wanted me to give Miss Sweden 10s. And I'm like, oh my God, she's aight. I mean, she should be here. She aight. You know what I mean? She's not the winner. She's not the winner. She's not going to wear the crown for Miss Universe, but she's clearly tall, got the body, got the skin, got the teeth, got the hair. But it wasn't like, you're not Miss Universe. She was good. She belonged there. It was good TV. We just don't think it's iconic. Like think about the iconic lines. Even though I can't stand Phaedra, she's had iconic lines. Sheree's had iconic lines. Nene's had. It wasn't an iconic scene, but it was very cute. It was a very cute episode. And I got to give Kelli some smoke. Kelli, you can't hug that girl and then call her Porsha behind her back. You should have said that in her face. I gotta be fair. And that in that regard, I will say I will agree with Porsha feeling a way about that, because if I don't know you think that, you just hugged me, even though it was fake, but you motorboated her, right? Kelli received a motorboat, titty in her face. I would not expect to be called Porsha after we did a fake hug, even if it was for a scene.
And that's the reason why, and I'm glad you brought that up, and we'll get to that particular part of the episode later. But that's the reason why I'm saying, and Dustin is right, don't hug me, because there's no way you can accuse me of sleeping with a married man, and after I give him all of my chicken and waffles with a splash of syrup and butter, strawberries, you know what I'm saying? The things Dustin did his birthday weekend.
Come on.
Oh, he's snitching.
Dry snitching at that.
Wow.
Yeah, Carlo.
Well, all that syrup doesn't sound dry to me though. I want to know more. Hit my group text.
Slippery when wet. So to do all of that, and then to say I mentioned Dennis' name. That part I don't believe. But the reason why I'm saying to y'all, I wonder if it's true. And Kelli, hi, is because I'm like, okay, Kelli, like Claudia said, you then waited behind her back to say, Porsha, you then gave her smoke when she'd come to your event. And it made me feel like, why not have that same sort of attitude in the moment? And that's the reason why I'm saying one thing I will give Porsha. Porsha showed up and was real. And I felt like she should get some props for that.
A point is that Kelli was tearing Porsha up on that reunion stage last year. So Porsha actually might have had a, remember when Kelli was like the whole apples to peaches thing about the marriages and shutting all that down. Kelli kept giving her opinion and she was speaking very directly to Porsha. And I think it took Porsha a minute to process that. And now Portia's like, okay, well, you want to play? Bet. Because I remember how you did me on that reunion. So I got something for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I believe their beef is going to extend through the season. When Porsha was on Watch What Happens Live on Sunday, she was speaking very candidly about how she felt about Kelli. So I think we were just at the beginning of things with them. It was a good scene, you know what I'm saying? But that scene was not Nene and Sheree, they're done. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
No,
but it was definitely a good episode. Like, and Carlos, not to take away from your crush and your wifey, because I think she did a good job. She did show up. She looked good. She wasn't. There was no bad scenes in the whole episode. I thought the episode was. I'm like, okay, I'm interested in the show again. We got everything. We got shade out the gate. Good scene. Although I just didn't think it was epic, but I thought it was good. Right? Porsha waited, dropped the bomb because she got unresolved beef from the reunion, like Justin said. And then the rest of it, we finally got some scenes where these motherfuckers are getting along and having fun. And then it was like slight shade instead of every scene, everybody coming in hot. And there was all this talking that I'm on the record of saying that I was worried this season would be Love and Hip Hop-ish in a negative way, in a way that was more extra and negative. It wasn't. It was what I liked about the Housewives. It was the elevated shade that differentiated, I think, the two franchises where, yeah, we're going to get into some things, but it's going to be like, I'm going to say it more than I'm going to physically get with you physically. It kind of got classier to me. I liked it. I gave it a 10. I liked the episode. I thought it was dope.
I get this episode a 10 as well. I know you're on limited time, Claudia, so I do want to get into the movie premiere. Sidora had a movie premiere, and our good friend, happy birthday, Claudia.
Thank you.
With her cousin, Sidora, on the red carpet. And so you were there, and in this scene, Claudia, Dustin, and Jasmine. Last week, we met Porsha's friend who was a man.
Who we'll never see again.
Right, paid actor.
One and done.
Yeah.
A flash in the night. That's a blip in the story. We'll never see him again.
Yeah, never.
That dude was a clown.
Oh, look at Carlos is frozen.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, he was. That's what you call a under 5 player. Like when you do a scene in a movie, a TV show, you get if you have like 5 and under lines, you get a different rate than a weekly rate. And then it's a little bit more than an extra. Like an extra would get a certain amount, a minimum to be an after SAG. And then like when you get under 5, it's cute, but it's not like a weekly rate. So yeah,
and he looked like a new pastor. He looked like he just got a church. You know what I'm saying? He got the screen.
Why they,
the new pastor.
Justin, why they say Carlos wasn't frozen, he was just in disbelief.
I wasn't disbelief. I wasn't frozen at all. I heard everything y'all said. I was gagging that y'all went there, and I had to act. I was stuck. Okay, I wasn't frozen.
Go to my gate while I'm talking to y'all.
So, Claudia, you were there at the premiere party. What was happening that we may not have seen? Did you get a chance to meet Sway? Did y'all handshake?
We didn't dap each other up or anything. Well, I walked in and Porsha was hogging the red carpet. We're like, can you move? Because their cast is here, please. She was taking a long time. And then they did have me go up and say hello, but they didn't show that part. I just said hello to Angela and, me, Porsha, and Phaedra had an awkward moment, like as expected, because I've talked about them on the show and it's just been weird. I just saw them all hovering around with Sway and everybody was like, kind of like, what? And now I know why. I didn't know at the time that she had a man on the week prior. So that's probably why people were just like, wait, what's happening here? Just, goddamn, we catered off early. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Like, we ain't wasting no time. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Let me see. During the premiere, you can hear the housewives kind of like, talking shit a little bit during the movie premiere. But then at the end, a few of us gave speeches and said, kind of show love to try to make it cool. Because we don't want that place to be a place of negativity. It was a night to celebrate Drew and the cast. You know what I mean? So I will say the ladies that did show up, they did show up and it was nice. Because it could have gone either way. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened that was juicy. Not really. I mean, you saw the girls talking shit about Drew dying within the 10 minutes. It wasn't 10 minutes. It was 35 minutes because I die first at 30 and then Drew dies right after me. Okay?
Why are you giving it away?
But guess what? She can talk about her dying in 10 minutes. But what movies can we see you in that you died in? What films in theaters can we see you in?
Talking about Phaedra?
Yeah, and Porsha. But wait, it was let me not give it to Porsha.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
That's it. Abort mission.
That's the movie. That's the horror movie for Phaedra.
Claudia, you said that they were hovering around Sway, and it's probably because Porsha had a man the week prior. That is not why they were hovering around Sway and excited for Sway. Sway woke something up in those ladies. Because I was
Phaedra.
Yeah, I was like, all of them are feeling it. They're seeing it for Sway.
Yeah.
Sway woke something up in all of them. Porsha was like, I'm in uncharted waters. I'm like, those waters have definitely been charted, mama. Like,
right. And then she said,
yeah.
And then to say Christopher Columbus, we need Carlos, please get your friend a history lesson. Can we use the Patreon money that we make here and get that to happen? I'm tired of it. Like, I don't listen, as much as we're not friends, I don't want to see the lady like just doing bad history lessons. Like, the children's supposed to be the future, like not Christopher Columbus, uncharted territory. There was a whole million Indians here before he got here. But I mean, what more can we expect? But it's cute sometimes. She gets away with it because she says it real cute with a big smile. But Sway, yes, I could see Sway being Sway has swag. So I could see that. But Phaedra was just like so thirsty. Like the way she was like complaining about Kenya being on Apollo being thirsty, she was 10 times that with Sway. I think she wanted to get swayed up in because she was like all about. She said we want to have a double date like 3 times. Like she said it so many times I almost saw her top teeth.
She really just wants to be the third. She doesn't want it to be like a full double date with 4 people. She just wants to be the third person. But I have a question. These ladies come out with, their lady loves. Where is the femme on femme love? Where is the
All
love
around.
for the femme and femme couples on these represented on these shows?
Oh,
Because when they pop out, it's always, we know, like we have seen Porsha, and she admitted this episode, which I was like really happy too. She was like, I've dipped my fingers, toes, everything in the lady pond. Never. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there actually, because I feel myself saying more than I need to. So I'm done.
Yeah, I was proud of that. I'm gay. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was proud of Porsha, you know what I'm saying? Saying it plainly and just letting it be. It kind of takes the wind out of those sails of people being able to weaponize that and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? Which is what she should have been done a long time ago, but she was, never mind, because we all got a pass. So let that go. But yes, I was glad that she stood in it. Her and Sway looked the fuck good together. They be online in all her pictures, living it up. You know what I'm saying? They look great, and Porsha's by, and the band played on. You know what I'm saying? It's not even it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that was great that she did admit to it, because so many times people just be fake and they don't live their life. And we gotta give props where props is due, because it's not easy to. I'm straight, so I wouldn't know, but I can't imagine it's easy to like fully say that with your chest on a show. So to say that, especially with let's not forget, this is a former pastor here we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So Pastor Porsha, like, I'm sure it's difficult to worry about what the church might actually think. You know what I mean? So just like she took all that into consideration. So I do want to say that she was very brave to do that as a member of the clergy.
Anyways,
I'm told you I'm leading in. I'm leading in.
Okay, did y'all? Because I can't. Did y'all?
No, that's got to be tough. That's very
First of
brave.
all,
That's very brave
the
of
way
her.
Belle is leading over like a proud brother, like
That is my proud brother.
Damn
feels-
right. Damn beaming with pride. Yes.
That's got to be hard. Pass the plate around for
the
that.
thing is this,
Honestly.
speaking of which, there are people in the comments saying this. Speaking of pastors, Drew Sidora's mom is a pastor, and Drew Sidora was caught saying, "Why are you living my life?" Right? And what we do know, based on my interview last year, that Drew, and Ty had tons of conversations, and these were her words. She said it was flirty. That's something that she has admitted to, just that part. So with that being said, and I'll start with Dustin. Dustin, do you think Drew was gagged that Porsha decided to reveal a woman, and maybe that was something she's not ready to do yet?
Maybe. And people come out when they want to, or if they ever want to. They don't ever have to disclose who they like. So we respect people's boundaries with that. But the rumors have been persistent about Drew and Ty fly dressing as young. She got a couple jackets I got. You know what I'm saying? Ty be having that shit on, and she seemed cool. Everybody get along with her. She cool with Monica.
I don't.
Everybody get along. Well, everybody else get along with her. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I think that Drew and her was, it seems like they was kicking it.
Am I the drama?
Said it. Everybody said it. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell based on Drew's reaction to Sway when she walked up. I've been gay for a minute. I know the signs, like Ace of Base. I saw the sign. You know what I'm saying? And it opened up my eyes. So, but yeah, I wasn't surprised by that.
Yeah.
Jasmine?
I said what I needed to say about that. I'm happy for her. genuinely happy whenever anybody can be who they want to be.
Yeah.
The thing is this, do y'all think, question, because a lot of y'all did just talk about the energy amongst the women seemed to shift when Sway was there. And Sway in our gay community would be classified a stud, right? Do y'all think some of the cast members on Atlanta Housewives are into a Sway and they're just not ready to, do what Porsha is doing, that is revealing it to the world?
I think almost all of them are.
You could tell and it's like maybe I think they're just attracted. Like Sway has like boss, like masculine energy, so I think they were just like really drawn to that. But yeah, I just thought, to the point they're just not ready to admit it. Like Drew is just not ready. When she said that and they caught it on camera, I was like, that's so interesting because of all the rumors that have been going around about Drew, particularly with Ty. And then, like you guys said, Phaedra was really into it. And so I think if this was a different time and they didn't have the families that they come from, or, some of the reputations that they've built, a lot more of them will probably be a little more open.
I read the energy a little differently personally. I know these are women of a certain age. They live in Atlanta. Lesbians ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they were shocked at the sight of a stud and salivating at her, although Sway was fly. You know what I'm saying? I just think that they were more shocked that Porsha was boldly stepping out with a woman in a romantic way. I think they were more so responding to that. Yeah, I didn't think that they were like turned on by Sway personally. I think,
Yeah. Also, they're on camera, so being on camera too, you're gonna put a little 10 on 20, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, the devil's head, or you're gonna put a little 10 on 20. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why you get them checks.
I'd have been like, Porsha, you gay? I'd have just asked her right there in front of
Right. Had all that to say about Cordell too.
So
I like Cordell. He was my friend.
Sidora. I want to get before you have to go, Claudia. So in unfortunate news, it has been revealed that Drew Sidora was ordered to vacate her Georgia home. that she shared with estranged husband Ralph Pittman. According to court documents, Drew must be out of the house by May 31st. The judge said that due to the current financial circumstances of the parties, until Drew leaves the home, they will continue splitting the expenses. Drew and Ralph will share joint legal custody of their kids. Ralph is allowed to go upstairs in the home to prepare for the kids' school.
Carlos, please.
He lives in the basement. Ralph was also awarded primary physical custody of the kids during the school year, and Drew will have parenting time on alternating weekends starting in August. Drew went to her Instagram to release a statement where she talked about the fact that these things are out of her control, but her focus remains on her children, which are her priority. And breaking news today, it has just been revealed. TMZ is reporting that Drew Sidora told a judge she doesn't have the funds or financial resources to move out of the house. She also says that she hasn't picked out a new home and says she and her oldest child will be homeless if the court does not reverse their decision. Drew has claimed that Ralph's income is 3 times hers and claims he agreed to share joint physical custody, but switched his request to primary while they were in court. Claudia, you want to start first?
I see the comments. I'm not gonna put my cape on. I hate this for her. I didn't. Huh? What you say?
So funny, man. But just
Ain't he? I know the way his order is so shady. I love it though. I got you.
Claudia.
like he didn't think of that first, right? It's in his notes. So look.
Not my notes.
So look. It's if the kids are missing school while they're with Drew, then she has to just take that out. She, you know, as much as I hate to say it, she has to. Like, that's irresponsible. And you got to find a way. When you know you're in the middle of a messy divorce, you're going to have to find a way, or he's going to use that against you. You don't have a good divorce going with this man, a good relationship. So everything is going to be, you know, at his disposal to use against you. But what kind of lawyer does she have? I'm wondering if Phaedra Parks is her lawyer, because it seems like she's losing this case, much like Bobby Brown always did. So I just feel like her lawyers, like, I don't know, because it just seemed like everything just shifted to his side. So I mean, I don't know. It's rare for mothers to lose custody of their children. They usually try their hardest. They usually side with the mothers. Except Florida, they're kind of shady. They have really shady laws there in Florida. But this is Georgia. I'm not really sure about the laws there as far as the parenting goes. But it's not a good sign when the judge is taking away custody from you and giving it more to the husband. So I guess I got to fly down and talk to my cousin. Jasmine. Okay, she's not really my cousin.
I've been wanting to ask the question to clarify, like, is she really your cousin? Thank you for clarifying that. I feel bad for Drew. When these types of things happen, it really drives home the fact that, like, while we watch them on reality TV, like, they are humans just like us. And this is a sad situation for any mother to be in, any family to be in. And I hate that it's getting to this point. I will say, last season, Drew led us to believe that Ralph made no money, or that, like, she was taking care of everything. So I think it is interesting that it's coming out now that he is in fact the breadwinner, or at least at this point he is. But it's an unfortunate situation all around, and I do you know, hope the best for her and her children and her family, and that's about it.
But that's a major victory for Ralph, because he's been like sleeping up under the stairs in the basement. Now he gets to go upstairs and prepare lunch, do Lunchables. He gets to like do laundry, use the laundry room. He gets to do all that. Like, probably the reception upstairs, the Wi-Fi is better. Like, that's a major win for him. So anyway, that's
on this one. Drew has had inconsistencies in every story she's told from the time since she's been on this show. She's been lying basically. And in this case, the swift pivot from Ralph's a broke ass to now Ralph makes more money than I do is confusing for people, man. And I hate to see any mother lose custody of their kids. That shit just don't feel right with me, unless we talking about somebody who deserves it, right? But in this case, if her kids ain't going to school, then that's not the best environment for them to be in. But I don't believe that her kids just wasn't going to school. I don't know. I haven't read any court documents. It just, when the fight gets this level where now the children's lives are impacted in this kind of way, to me, everybody just needs to chill the fuck out, right? And do a full reset and focus on a parenting plan and some stability for your damn children. It's not funny no more. It's not cute. Like at this point, that's a full stop.
Yep.
And also, if she's not unfit, you're a horrible motherfucking person to interfere with a mother and her kids. That's a line you just don't cross unless you absolutely have to. So
and sometimes these things get so ugly when you're not getting along with the other parent. Like it could be like, okay, misunderstandings with, and this, take this as capping if you want, but it's an explanation of what could have been. Hey, I was working on this movie. I thought you had this under control. Or maybe, who knows what kind of things happen? Like the details are in the devil's in the details is what they say, right? So who knows? Sometimes missing several days of school could be 4 days. Who knows? We don't know. Like Justin said, we have not seen the court documents to know exactly what that means. Now, if you miss in 15, 20, 25 days, of course that's
excessive.
But it could be like 3, 4, 5. Who knows what several days means? So there's my lifeline.
I do want to ask this, right?
Why? I explain now.
Okay. If you have to go use logout, Claudia.
Wait, I'm gonna hold my laptop until I get on the jetway. Okay. I want to hear this.
Why is it that, listen, I think we all can agree that we feel bad for Drew, because at the end of the day, no mother should ever have her child taken away from them if she's not doing anything to endanger the welfare of the kids, right? If she is, then that should happen. Based on what we're seeing, we don't have all the details. Like you said earlier, we don't know how many days the kids have been missing school. We don't know, right? Now, let's just say the court saw things that made them have this judgment. Why do you think Ralph Pittman is getting the brunt of the blame here and the scolding? Because is it because he's a man? Is it because what we've seen on the show and people just don't like him? Like, I've been seeing a lot of nasty comments about Ralph. Where do you think that is coming from if Ralph and his lawyers presented a good case where the judge made this judgment?
Tampa. That's where it's coming from. People still don't believe Ralph from that Tampa shit. They still don't trust Ralph. And he seemed like a sketchy, shady character on the show. But I never thought he was a bad father. Any scene I've seen him in with their kids, he seemed doting and attentive, right? But nobody trusts Ralph when it comes to his relationship with Drew, because what we saw was him being gone for days, not telling her where he was, you know, accusations of this, accusations of that. Then once those accusations became real and they actually filed for divorce, and then it was in the documents that she had been accusing him of actually cheating on her, and things were much worse than we assumed. Now nobody trusts Ralph. So now that this information comes, this in addition to him remaining in the house, remaining in the home, in the basement, not willing to move and get a different place, saying he couldn't afford it. All of these things just contribute to that view of Ralph. And it's a shame, right? Because if it's not an accurate portrayal of him, then shame on all of us. And we owe him an apology. But based on what we've seen, this is what it amounts to.
Absolutely. And I think also, you know, it's like a woman is having her children effectively taken away from her, right? He won primary custody. That's not going to sit well with an audience that is primarily made up of women. It's kind of in our nature to then go and support the woman, because nothing's come out to show us that Drew is like a terrible, like negligent mother. Like we're talking about the children missing days of school, to Dustin's point. How many days have they missed? But nothing else has come out to make us think that she's like this awful mom. So it's like, what have you done? Like, what story have you come up with to make her lose her kids, or for you to get primary custody? So I think it just hits a sore spot with a lot of women who watch the show.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's unfortunate. And obviously, Drew is asking for things to be amended. So we'll keep you guys updated as that occurs. I want to get to Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole is the newest cast member of Atlanta Housewives. And she had her scene at the house. The house is massive, okay? And so are her husband's thighs, child. Okay. So this massive house. Hi, Derek. One thing that we got Dustin knows this is what I do because this is what Dustin doesn't do. Okay. Go.
Man, you have got me dying tonight. Go ahead, Carlo. My
Pinky
allergies.
Cole's scene, we got what we wanted last episode, which was a solo scene with Pinky. Seeing Pinky, her children, her husband, she got pregnant 3 months after they met. Go ahead. And they also do not have a prenup. Claudia, I'll start with you because I never know when you have to get off. So Claudia, what did you think?
Man,
of
I
ain't
get on this flight. I was standing by, so I ain't getting on this flight. So I'm gonna mess with you for a while. Who lives in Atlanta? Whose house can I come over?
We have a guest room, and it has
Okay. I was supposed to be on an American flight. I was like, let me hop on this Delta standby, and I really tried it. Anyways, I can finish off the show, I think. All right. Anyways, okay, what was your question? Sorry, I was listening to them.
No, that's okay.
About Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole.
Did you watch her scene?
I watched the whole show.
What did you think about Pinky Cole? I thought Pinky Cole's scene was spectacular.
I like her a lot, and I will say, like the first episode, I was like, meh. But this episode, I like that we got packages. We got to really, I feel like this is how like the first episode should have been. Like we got to really get to see the packages if you weren't familiar. And I didn't know her story like that. You know, I'm not familiar. I know Dustin, you're friends with her, and I don't know her like that. And I think she's super dope. I like her. She seems like she's with the shit. She's fun, but she also gave us some vulnerability. I see there could be some interesting scenes with her and her husband. Like she kind of felt like she wasn't seen at some times with him, and he didn't really notice that she was going through some things. And I think that lends itself to some good future episodes where we could almost see some foreshadowing like down the line that may be some things. And that's what I think. Like I'm clocked in and locked into her. Like I want to see more about her story. And she just seems regular. It doesn't seem like she's putting on or being fake for the show. It doesn't seem like she's like putting airs. Like she seemed like she like a viewer like with us. Like she watching the bullshit like, oh shit, y'all. You know what I mean? Like she's in it. And I like that. I like her. And two moguls together is dope. I love that he got his thing and she got her thing, and that they don't have a prenup because they probably didn't see this coming, that they would have this windfall. And that's even dope in itself. And 3 kids in 3 years, I know that sex is bomb for both of them.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead, Pinky. Go ahead, Derek. All right, Jasmine, what are your thoughts on Pinky Cole's introduction to the show?
I'm not connecting with Pinky, but I think Claudia just made me realize why I'm not connecting with her, because she feels like a fan in the show, right? And like that's not derogatory. She feels like one of us has just been inserted into the show, and like she's kind of there. And so I was racking my brain because I heard, obviously we all knew who Pinky Cole was prior to her coming on the show. I didn't like the videos that I saw, like the Miss Rachel thing and all that. I was like, that's late to me. And so I was like, maybe that's why I wasn't connecting with her episode 1. But then when Claudia just said that, I'm like, oh yeah, she feels like a normie, right? Even though nothing about her is average, nothing about her is common, she feels like a regular person inserted into this world. And I wonder if that's why the audience also is not connecting with her, because I actually have it in my notes to ask you guys, why don't you all think the audience is connecting with her? Because
what are they? Can you explain to us what the audience is saying online about Pinky Cole?
Yeah, so I've seen a couple of threads where people are saying like they just don't care about her. I've seen threads where people are like they don't want to see her on the show. And so yeah, I've been seeing more negative comments about her than positive. And so I wanted to ask you guys if you're seeing the same thing, if you're seeing something else, and maybe we have different algorithms.
The only thing I've seen was, I haven't seen a lot based on the first 2 episodes about Pinky particularly. What I have seen prior to the debut of this new season, people thought her skits were cringy.
Yeah,
I did see tons of comments about that, but I haven't seen a lot of what you have saw based on last night's episode.
Yeah, that's what I was saying after that episode. So yeah, I am curious about that, but I do wonder if it's because she just feels like too normal, it doesn't feel right to say that though.
Pinky has a unique personality that people either love or hate. That's what it is. Pinky is one of those people who either you can get with it or it completely drives you batshit crazy. That's what people are reacting to, I think. I've seen people saying that they love Pinky. Of course, you know, she's got all of the pieces that you need to complete the housewife puzzle, right? The big ass house, the husband that's willing to film, the family, the extended family. Her mama was on there, right? The money, the businesses, you know what I mean? All of that stuff is there. I think that Pinky is just one of those people that'll come up to you in a room and start talking to you. And sometimes that doesn't always feel good to people, you know? And I think that is what people are experiencing. And I think that it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? People either she's got one of those either hot or cold personalities as far as the way that people receive it. Either they love it or they're like, she is on my nerves. I've been seeing both on my algorithm.
I'm lukewarm with this. So I'm not hot or cold on her. I do think it was interesting in the first episode when Kelli talked about her experience with Pinky, and she was like, Pinky is not a girl's girl. We did an event together. I messaged her. She left me on red. And then we see in this episode where Pinky like gives her a gift and congratulates her and stuff. I was questioning like, oh, is she giving her a gift and congratulating her and explaining why she left her on red because they're on the same show together. So like you can't ignore her. So like I think for the right reasons, people are like a little maybe questionable. Like, is it social climbing? Like based on what Kelli said, like now you will be cool with her because y'all on the same show together. But like if you didn't see her on the same level as you, would her message still be on red? Like I think the jury's still out with Pinky.
That's interesting because in that same episode, her and K Michelle instantly identified each other as sorority sisters, was throwing up the Delta sign and shit, and really excited to see each other at the table. And then Phaedra, which I hope she was telling the truth about this, but she said that she had been knowing Pinky for a long time. She had done deals with her partners and stuff, and she spoke positively of her too. Yeah. Cynthia said she knew Pinky. You know, there's a lot of people that expressed positive experiences with her, and I think it would make sense to me, right, for her to take advantage of those relationships that seem to be more valuable in the Housewives of Atlanta's universe. Like it would make more sense to try to be nicer to maybe a Phaedra who's been there for a longer time or has more tenure there, or a K Michelle who is new but is a superstar as well, than Kelly Potter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, people in the comments are saying that if you're gonna, they're saying based on Dustin and Jasmine's recent comments, is it plausible that Jasmine's right? Because if you're saying that Pinky was cool with Phaedra, Cynthia, K Michelle, they're arguably major reality stars. Yep. Kelly at the time of their reach out was not on the show yet. So people in the comments are saying, is it plausible to believe that Pinky is a social climber who only wants to rub elbows with the elite in Atlanta? And if she feels like you're not on the level she's on or wants to get at, will she not be as friendly?
So why would she start? That makes sense to me, right? But in this continuation of that, why be nice to Kelly at all in that case? Because you're already connected and linked into the group with people who are higher on the hierarchy, so to speak, right, amongst these housewives. So why be fake then? Why even?
But you're on the same show now, right? So it's an even playing field. Y'all are on the same level at this point. There's no denial here, right? You can't deny her anymore.
Not acknowledge her.
Right. But to that point, social climbing, I mean, who doesn't social climb a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we all not in some ways social climbing? So like that part, I'm not mad at that part. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, the jury's still out. I'm lukewarm on her. Like I haven't made up my mind there. I'm not fully connecting with her. I just need to see a little more. But yeah, I do beautiful family though. Beautiful family. And I love what she's been able to build in terms of like her businesses and all of the success that she's had. Cause like I knew of Pinky Cole well before the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So
there's an incredible YouTuber named James Caldwell, right? Spill It Boy TV. He's fucking hilarious. And I saw him giving commentary on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was like, Pinky get on my nerves. She just gets on my nerves. That's what he said. So I can already see, you know what I'm saying, that some people are kind of having that take. So it'll be interesting. Let's see how this thing shakes out.
Yeah.
Claudia, you muted.
We can't hear you.
I know it's not me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. What? So I was not lukewarm, but I wasn't like, I didn't care before when I first heard about her being on the show. Although I majorly respect her as a businesswoman that I've heard of, right? But as far as like fitting into this cast, I'm like, man, I don't like when they start throwing people in here that I'm like, okay, what's the connection? Like, what's the deal? But I'm very interested because of the dynamic between her and her husband. Not trying to shade him already, but he said something that any successful woman ears would have perked up when he said he had to humble his woman.
Yep.
And hopefully he misspoke. And obviously there's something there for them to keep that in there. And I really want to know more about that. Like, what did he mean? Was he being literal about that? Did he berate her? Did he make her feel less than? You know what I mean? Like, that's something that
personally,
there's a lot of there's a lot of successful women that I'm friends with that do way better than I do, and just like they say the same thing, like getting with a man, like they're in it for love, but then the man's with he may be attracted to that thing about her in the beginning, but as soon as he gets with that woman that has a larger than life personality, that's balling, gotta feel like, I don't care how much balling you are, I'm baller just $1 more than you. I gotta make you feel a little bit less than me. As long as you up under me, we good, but we ain't even. And a lot of people say they want power couple dynamic. They really don't. Men, I'm saying, they don't. So I'm hoping we're wrong. I hope that she's being loved properly and all that kind of stuff. And this is not hate, but when I heard that, it made me, like, as a woman that is, semi-successful, I was like, damn, I'm interested in that. Like, what did he mean by that? And are we gonna get more into that story? I think so. That that scene made me want to know more about her, and that sold her on me. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, I'm sold. I want to hear more about her now.
Yeah, Jasmine, what did you think about that comment?
Yeah, that comment certainly made me. I was like, wait, but you could tell Pinky immediately. She felt the same way that we felt watching it, her hearing it. She was like, what? No, you didn't. I do think he may have misspoke. And I think he meant like, I had to like calm you down or bring you down, because she was talking about how she's a dominant woman. And she's like, how do you feel about being with a dominant woman? And he's like, I had to humble you. I think he meant like, I had to like break you out of like being so dominant within our dynamic or our partnership. At least that's what I am hoping for her, because I would hate for this to be another situation of a successful woman and a man just kind of latching onto her, kind of beating her down and then doing what he does, becoming successful, and then it doesn't work out. But I will say what I did appreciate about Pinky is it does seem like she's not trying to make herself smaller for him or for their relationship, because she's having the conversation like, I'm a dominant woman. How does it feel to be married to someone who's dominant? Not like I'll change and be smaller or be more demure for you. It's like, this is who I am, and like, who you married. So yeah, I am keeping an eye out on him though because of that. I hope that he just said the wrong word, but we'll see.
I thought what you thought, Jasmine. When I first heard it, my ears perked up too. I thought he meant like, I needed to soften you a bit in terms of your dominance, because prior to that, she did say she was dominant. And it made me think about, I was watching this interview with this woman named Emma Grady. Not sure you guys are familiar with
Greed.
Emma Greed. What is Greed? Thank you. Emma Greed. She is a Black woman from London, responsible for Good American with Khloe Kardashian, Skims with Kim K. She has a podcast. So anyways, she was on Sarah Jakes Roberts' podcast that I watched the other day. And she said that as a dominant, powerful woman who's married to another powerful man, she said that she has to check her masculinity at the door. She said literally when she gets home and before she opens up that door, she checks her masculinity and she does not give that energy off to her husband in the household, because she recognized that that's not going to work, and a man, her husband rather, doesn't want that. So it made me think about that when I saw Pinky and Derek's conversation. But is it hard for a woman to check her masculinity at the door when you're like that in your 9 to 5? You're muted, Claudia. It says,
it's not on my side. I think that she's trying for background noise. Okay. I think it's hard if you want it to be. I mean, women that are dominant masculine. We know we are, right? So it's a choice. Okay, when I'm around this dude, I'm either gonna keep it up, like you talking your shit, and you do. I've had men where I've made more money than them, and I knew that going into it, that if I did the career shit with him, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna make him look bad to the public. They're gonna clown, and I'll be in our relationship and make him like they're gonna follow my lead and emasculate him. So yeah, it's something to be conscious of. Like, doesn't mean to make yourself little. I think you're never gonna have a healthy relationship if you feel like you gotta make yourself small for your man. But like maybe maybe not the same bass in your voice you use at work, you use with your man. You know how you want your partner is not supposed to talk to you like your boss anyways, or your employee. You're supposed to talk to each other with a little more care and a little more softness, him to her as well, and her to him. Right. So I don't think it's as hard as some people make it out to be. You can run shit at work and then come home and want to snuggle and be a baby underneath your man. That's usually how women feel when they're around masculine energy anyways. They want to take the jacket off and be like, oh, you make a decision for me, babe. But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, Carlos, at the beginning, when you were talking about like how organized and like type A I am, I was gonna say talk to Ray, because he does not think that about me at all, because like I'm not that way at home. No, but remember,
you are not that way at home.
No, we have particular roles within our household and within our our relationship and our dynamic that we fall under. I still remember one time we were all on like a recording, and I needed him to help me with something like tech wise, and I asked him, and you were like, "Oh my God, your voice changed." All like, yeah, the way I talk to him, the way I am with him.
That's it. She's Dr. Heavenly to Daddy.
Got it. I love it. Got it.
100%, right? But that's why my relationship is where it's at and why it operates the way that it operates, because like I get to be executive producer Jazz, right, at my job. I never have to be like that in my relationship. Like I hate this phrase when girls are like, I don't use my brain, but I'm like, I don't have to use it as much with my man. And like, that's how I like it. That's the dynamic that my parents had. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's what it is in this household.
Team Daddy, and Team Ray, is Jasmine's amazing fiance.
Yeah.
Speaking of relationships, K Michelle's scene. She's moving to her new home. We get to see her new husband. He's a dentist, and K Michelle. Listen, I've known K Michelle for over 10 years. It was nice to see K Michelle be soft in this scene too. Like, to see the softest side of K with her man, I thought was sweet. But Dustin, what do you think about K Michelle's scene with her man?
I'm interested to see some sparks between the two of them, right? I know they have a really rich history, a long history. They've been in each other's lives since junior high school, I believe. But I haven't been able to really identify or tap into like a romantic vibe, like some chemistry between the two of them. So I'm interested in seeing that. One of the things we love about these housewife shows is the personal story, like you always say. And we'll get to see a lot more of them together, I'm hoping, to where we can see what it is that made her ditch the other guy and marry him.
And Dustin, can you explain to the audience what happened? Because K Michelle revealed something in a recent interview.
Yeah, she did an interview with Jason Lee. Shout out to Jason Lee. She did an interview with Jason Lee where she was saying that initially, during her casting process for the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was introducing another man that she was dating at the time, who was proposing marriage to her. She was going to marry him, and in the 11th hour, essentially, Dr. Caston Sims, her husband, came through like, yo, I love you. I want to marry you. And she wanted to marry him more. She was really in love with him. So she chose him and ended her relationship with the original guy. And it was like a surprise to the executives and producers who were processing her intake into the Housewives universe. So, yeah. So I'm interested in seeing more from them. Listen, y'all already know what I'm on. Black love. He's a dentist. She's successful in her own right. They're on television. Show it. Show all the black love you can. I want them to work. I just want to see how it works as we move forward. That's all.
Claudia?
I like this softer version of K Michelle, and I think because she's in a stable relationship. Honestly, when you feel like you got someone that has your back, and I think the other guy was a basketball coach, NBA, right? I was like, which one she dated? But anyways, I don't know which one it was, but this guy probably feels safer. He's not traveling every 2 nights somewhere else. He probably feels more like he can really be there and be present. And when you have that in your life, I mean, Jazz, I'm sure you can attest to this. It just makes you want to be. So I feel like there's less to fight about. You have someone that really has your back. And I think this guy, maybe the other guy was the guy like on paper that like gives you more of the butterflies. But it seemed like I seen them like smiling. They seem cute together. We didn't get all the sexy stuff yet, but I think it's early. But I do think a main reason for her K Michelle coming off way softer than I would think. She's still feisty, but not as hard as she's been on other shows. Is because she feels she has someone that has her back.
Mhm.
And that says a lot. So I think it's cute.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
She also
Finally,
said oh, sorry.
No, just like we get happy when we see a wife on there.
Yeah.
And I know I have my nerve, but yeah, we do.
She also said they've been together for like 10 years. So they didn't have that chemistry where like they are, newer into their relationship where they're all over each other. They very much had like they're in a groove, right? I know it's been 10 years off and on, and she's been in other relationships and maybe him too, but they just kind of feel like they know each other. I thought it was a little weird that like it was his first time seeing the house. And I was like, what's going on with this story and this dynamic that like y'all rushed to the courthouse to get married. You bought this house, but then like you're bringing him here for the first time. That feels a little cloudy to me, but it wasn't their chemistry that made me question it. It was all of the other stuff that I was just like, I'm going to watch that space as well.
Like getting married right before the show.
Yeah.
But someone in the comments said if it doesn't work out, she could always go to Married to Medicine and kill it on there. She has options now.
No, she has to stay on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I had a question that I asked on Threads, like, is K Michelle the new star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
What were the answers you were given?
Not that many. Not a lot of people engage with it, actually.
Okay.
But the people who did said, some said yes, some said no. And by some, I mean like one person said yes, one person said no.
Yeah. Porsha's the star of the show. Porsha Williams is the star of the show. 100%. Now, K Michelle is a fucking star in her own right. And so she will absolutely be a star on this show. But she's K Michelle before she's K Michelle on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So as far as her being like the star of the show, it's a little dicey, and it's premature as well. She been on 2 damn episodes.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's a little early to call it. That scene when they showed her going on stage at the country music, I was like, something about this package. I was like, this feels like the main character.
I agree.
But maybe just the main character of that episode. You're very valid, and it's way too early to call that.
And even the medical scene, right, when she was showing like all of that did feel like, I mean, it was the introduction we were missing last week. I'll just put it like that. So,
and I really enjoyed it. Okay, Claudia.
No, go ahead. I talked a lot already.
As we get into, fans of K Michelle already know this story, but for the people who are just learning who K Michelle is, K Michelle has been very honest about the illegal butt injections that she received years ago. And she talked about this on this episode, is her biggest regret. Me and K Michelle did a show together for a lifetime called My Killer Body, where she was helping other women who received illegal butt injections and had all of these unfortunate situations happen to them. So the fact that she is showing us, and this is why, listen, another reason why this episode was fantastic is because, I don't know if you guys even noticed this, but the fact that K Michelle contacted production to say, my butt is leaking, film this, and to listen, it's very rare to get a call from a cast member when they're going through something in their relationship, at their house, or with the cops, child. So for K Michelle to pick up her phone to call the producer saying, this is happening to me, come follow me, and we're at the hospital. The doctor is there telling us what's going on with her, and she's being honest about it. Listen, I give her so much props for this because is being introduced to a whole new audience who don't know about her butt injections. But the fact that, number one, that she's still dealing with the leakage. Like this, she's had this injection years ago. She's still dealing with it, but she was open and honest enough to have us follow her journey. And that to me is what a newbie on Atlanta Housewives should give. And I just thought that really solidified her position on this show as a housewife, because that to me was housewives energy.
I agree 100%.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my bid on K. Michelle as the star of the show because of all the different levels and layers she gave us in one episode. Okay. I'm not gonna give any disclaimers anymore. Yes, Porsha is very much star material, but she's just giving us fake relationship last week, lesbian relationship this week. It got to be more than just fucking Porsha. Like, we need more than that, okay? With that, and like TNA and sexiness and cuteness, like it's got to be more than that. I think a star should have a lot of depth. And when K. Michelle gave us being the peacemaker between Kelli and Porsha, being the peacemaker, she was the one, the sensible one there. Miss Shake the Table was a sensible one there. Then her sidebars with Charles Oakley, great that she can interact with other people and not come off as like flirting with him. It was great. Knowing when to leave the room when it ain't got nothing to do with me. Great in the confessionals. Her confessional dress, that white frilly thing, gorgeous. She looked so good. A certified singer, then hitting the stage at the country music thingy. Like, that's like star, like in every single scene. She's killing it. And I'm going to go on and go on the record and say, I wasn't feeling it when I first heard this. I ain't going to lie. But I don't want to, sound like a hater. But I was like, I don't know. And I got to say, I'm wrong. I was wrong. She is absolutely right where she's supposed to be. And she's making me forget. The other girls need to step up because it's making a lot of the other girls seem like friends of the show. That ain't friends of the show to me. Because I was like, okay, Phaedra once again, not needed. Friend of the show. Just love the scene with her sons, but again, just she's not showing us anything in her life. Like, she's not showing us her top teeth, so we're just not seeing that much from her. So it's kind of like boring. And when you have someone like a K. Michelle compared to what little that Phaedra's giving, a waste of salary. It's a waste of a salary, and I'm just calling it like I see it because we don't need 9 people on the show. You don't need 9 people as housewives. It's like too many different. Like, when you have someone that's giving us that many levels and to bring us, like Carlos said, into the examination room with something very embarrassing that she was clowned over. That is someone that is willing to really be a reality star and show us levels, not just the good. When I'm on stage, I'm also showing you my ass leaking. Yo, you can't fuck with that. Like, you got to bring it now. The other girls have to bring it.
You know what the most the part about that scene that really made her seem like a star to me was that she had her glam come and do her hair and makeup to be wheeled out of the hospital. I was like, now this is some housewives shit right here.
So, she's like, don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna have a lace front on, and I'm gonna have some eyebrows drawn on and some glam. But while we talk about my medical emergency, yes,
Jasmine, your thoughts?
No. Claudia, you laid out a great defense of K. Michelle as the star of the show. I also agree with Dustin. No, it's early to call, but she does have the making of one because, to your point too, she gives us stuff that Porsha is never going to give us. And that's just by way of Porsha being on the show for as long as she's been on the show. She knows what works for her, and she doesn't have to really do more up until K. Michelle, right? Porsha never really had to do more than that. And I think if we are going to submit Porsha as the star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, what is going on in her professional life, right? Like, we need to see these businesses that she has. Like, I don't think we've seen much of that. It is only 2 episodes in, so maybe we will see it. But I do agree. There needs to be a little more layers there. But Porsha looks great. She's the vet. Like, she is the person that everybody wants to come in and, be cool with and have a relationship with. So that is great for her, but she has some competition. I'll say that. Very stiff competition.
I agree. And you make a great point. What the hell is going on with her businesses?
Yeah.
You make a great point.
Maybe she can use that relationship with K Michelle, since K Michelle is coming in hot, right? And again, we don't want to get Shamia. Like last season, we were like out the gate, Shamia is a star, Shamia is a star, and then it kind of fizzled out towards the middle and the end, right? So you know, calling someone to start early on, okay, that is a risk. But like, I think a good thing that Porsha could do is lean into her relationship with K Michelle, because it does seem like that's real. It does seem like they really have good chemistry. And like, you know, when you're around iron sharpens iron, right? If she's around her, she's gonna want to like naturally like, you know what, maybe I could do more, maybe I could show more of my personal that's real, not the gimmicky stuff. And then, you know, that would be great. I think it's great to have more than one like superstar on the show, and not just one, because that gets a little taxing, having to carry the weight of the show on your back, you know. But if it's like three of them, we're like, oh, okay, let's check in with Pinky, okay, Porsha, okay, K Michelle, you know, because a lot of the other ones I know, again, episode 2, but come on.
K Michelle didn't. I mean, I have no notes for K Michelle. K Michelle proved to the world in this episode why she is a peach holder and why she deserved it, and she was excellent. And also, while we handing out peaches, Shamia's mother,
Mama Morton, Chicago.
Mama Joyce, we miss you. Because, you know, listen, I love a good mama moment. Kelli had her grand opening. Porsha sent flowers because Porsha learned at the movie theater. She called her Porsha. And Kelli said broken flowers from a broken person. And, you know, was that Jasmine, what did you think about Kelly's response to Porsha not showing up?
It was petty to me. I think like Kelli is like definitely, she wants a moment with Porsha. She wants a beef with Porsha. I can't tell if she's just like still mad that Porsha exposed her for possibly sleeping with a married man, or if she's just really pissed that Porsha lied on her for sleeping, you know, about sleeping with a married man. I can't tell if it's just like, you know, more from that, or if it's just she just wants to beef with Porsha, because they've never been cool, particularly cool. So maybe Kelli just doesn't see it for Porsha and she's gonna keep picking at her. But it felt really petty to me.
What y'all think about Mama Morton?
I mean, the prayer was if someone's mom started praying when I'm in the middle of talking, like I think they could have made some progress in that conversation. They weren't arguing, they weren't screaming at each other. Like I was like, if you're gonna bring your pastor, let me get my pastor. Get my mama to come up in here. We got plus ones, and I like Shamia, but like that would get on my nerves. I'm like, if my mom was doing that, I'm like, Mom, take her mic off now.
Yeah, I don't like no overlap. You know what I'm saying? I like you got to keep them separated, like that rock song. Got to keep them separated. I don't like people's mamas and daddies in the mix with what's going with the mess and all of that. I don't like that, because where's the line? You know what I'm saying? When your mom or dad does something that goes over the line, like it's too blurry. So it was good seeing Shamia's mom. Her mom looks great, and we know that Shamia's mom loves her, and she is willing to film, which is always a great thing in your housewives arsenal, right? So welcome, Mama Morton. I want to know what happened with her. I'm sorry, Claudia. I want to know what happened with her and Porsha's mama. I want a scene of Shamia and her mother and Porsha and Miss Diane sitting down, getting to the bottom of it. That's what we need to be watching. So
second that motion. Do you know what happened, Claudia? Is that why you're laughing?
No, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Okay.
I have my theories, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
I think we all can agree that this was a great episode.
Yes.
Oh, can I say? I want to say one thing. Sorry, real quick. I do like that Kelli opened up and like was, you know, anytime women in these shows are honest or have to talk about their financial issues, I like that. Because in a world of women renting clothes and playing the role when you know it's so fake, right? I can appreciate that even women that appear to have these beautiful lives can keep it up, like, hey man, it ain't all that's cracked up to be. And yeah, I'm $100,000 in debt. And like, that is brave to be like that. When you know you're gonna get clowned, you know the people that making $20,000 a year are gonna talk shit about you and call you broke. when you're really, that's the reality of being an entrepreneur. Like you're gonna go through ups and downs, and I like that. So I got to give her some points for that. Like I did like that, and how she got emotional. I thought that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think all the girls really did a good job in this episode. You know, and I will say this episode to me really was more well-rounded, and it showed more of what we're going to have in store. And next week, baby, Camisha and Porsha get into a little situation. So obviously cannot wait to see that. But I thought it was a great episode. I'm going to read the super chats really fast. We got It's Z. Will one of you please speak again on the seriousness of high blood pressure in our community? This was appalling to see and hear. This is about Belle Collective, Claudia. Selena had a stroke, and she has high blood pressure and did not take her medication. So that's something that, yes, we did talk about, and we all agree that you should definitely take it.
Absolutely. Health.
Alexis, Los, I know you love all the girls, but your girl P. Hey Carlos, big fingers Dustin. If you know, you know. Hanging. Judith.
What?
What's that? Is that some little nasty code you guys have between y'all that we don't know about? Me and Jazzy are left out. What is going on, Dustin? Friend, come on, tell me.
You got to ask Judith. And if her name's Judith, she old enough to know better.
Yeah.
You got to ask Judith.
I get
Big fingers Dustin.
Yvette, happy birthday, handsome. That is for Dustin.
Thank you, Yvette.
Sarah, sending love from London. Interested in hearing thoughts about RHOA, RHOP casting, and Kyle Richards not being transparent about her life, the addiction of Kim.
What up, London?
We'll get into that later, too. Okay, we got Chastity Harris. Carlos, let me give you your flowers. You already know I love me some you. Oh, hey, Chastity. Once again, you did it. Birmingham Bells is everything. I'm a luxury girl, and this show is already giving things 10 out of a 10. Thank you, Chastity. I love you, Chastity. Okay, Arseny, happy Monday. Shout out to my fellow Aries, Dustin and Claudia. Happy belated. My birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Candace, Kid Learning, happy belated birthday, Dustin and Claudia. Love you both. You make my Monday so fun. More blessings to you this year and beyond.
Thank you, Candace.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So much, Candace. We got Alexis. Porsha, you are the last one to talk about married men.
Look at her profile picture with the comment. Go back, Carlos. Look at her profile.
Alexa, why your profile picture? Give it.
Love you, Alexis. Shit.
I love it. Hi, her Bob. Yvette Boy, Robin, yuck, why? They should have kept Jazzy.
I miss Jazzy.
I love Jazzy.
I liked her.
LA Experience. Dustin is gonna do wish. Dustin is gonna do wish on what? That don't do right by you, love.
That's motherfuckers. Mother effers. I speak her.
Yep.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. Yep. See, Claudia? Thank you.
She speaks it. She speaks
And you're right. I don't play nobody messing with my friends. I don't like that shit.
That's why I love her. We got BK's Finest. They cut Monique to bring back Candace next season.
I wish Candace would come back.
I would love for Candace to come back too.
I like her. She's so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think she should come back until Giselle is gone. She'll never know peace on that show until Giselle is not there.
Ooh, Jasmine with the bold statement.
I mean, it's true though.
Well,
Is it not?
We'll see her again because Giselle ain't never leaving that damn show.
and you know, Carlos, you know I love me some Candace. So me saying like she shouldn't come back to the show is not an indictment on her. It's just the fact that it might be a very dark environment. It was a dark environment when she was on there. I just don't see it being like a pleasant experience for her.
Well, what if they both can come to a resolve?
Yeah, if she gets an exorcism to exercise whatever issue she has with Candace out. But I don't think that.
Jazzy, I fucks with your kind of shade. I like you. you come on here looking like a newscaster, like you about to be on CNN with the shit, and male or
Jasmine Henley Brown don't play.
Female Carlos King. I love all the girls, and then you got the 11th hour, and you like, I like that. You had me fooled. I like it. I like it a lot.
Expect the unexpected, in the words of Julie Chin Moonves.
Mm-hmm.
You look so innocent with the smile and everything.
That's the Libra, my girl. 2 Libras, 2 Aries.
Oh, you're a Libra. No wonder.
10-17.
Yes. That's why you clocked it, Claudia. Okay.
Yep.
LA experience. Happy birthday, beautiful. We're speaking even more prosperity and happiness into your life. Your Aries brother.
Another one. So many Aries.
Yes, love y'all. Aries. Okay. Bob Burger. Porsha only tried because it's Kelli. The vest will ate her up. There was not one receipt. You don't eat for doing the same thing she did to Candy. Hey, Bob Burger. Yvette Boyd. Porsha clocked Kelly's ass. Kelli is a cornball with her broke self. Kelli has all the smoke behind Portia's back. She run it too. Porsha used her same playbook. Start this season accusing Drew of sleeping with Dennis for drama and beef through the season. Now accuse Kelli with a married man early for beef that'll last through the season.
That makes that is true. There's a parallel there.
She run it. Carlos, has there ever been 8 regular cast members on Housewives? And are they doing this to ensure the season isn't weak if some of the faves lack storyline? Only Beverly Hills Housewives had 8. This is Atlanta,
right?
What was that, Dustin?
Didn't Potomac have 8 the year that NECA was there?
Thank you. Potomac and Beverly Hills had 8. And this is Atlanta's first time having 8. And look, you more than likely you tell people in the beginning, may the best woman win, and then gonna step it up. So
keep everybody nervous, right? Yeah. Like, oh, there's 8 of us here now. I better start some shit and make up a story.
Yeah,
I'm a castmate.
Well, not the last part.
Carlos, it's gonna be okay. She's not gonna beat you up.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying. LA experience. So do they swap places? Drew to the basement.
Oh. I hope not, but he can't come upstairs now. So she's gonna walk in on him using the toaster oven and all that. That's gonna be weird.
That is insane. That's a good idea. Paige, Claudia, watch her back in Atlanta. Phaedra is the godfather of Atlanta and may have someone pull up on you.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
BK's finest. I can tell this is going to be Shamia's last season, or her husband going to leave her because she's being too messy for no reason. No, don't say that.
Yeah, I don't want her husband to leave her.
Yeah.
Nah.
LA experience, Peaky giving I'm here now. What? Travel and trails. She run it, said Porsha is like Candy when she joined the show.
No, Pinky. Pinky. They said Pinky. The woman, you are obsessed. Jesus Christ.
I'm obsessed with the P. Pinky is like Candy when she joined the show. Established down to earth, focus on business and family, and trying to fly above petty drama.
I'm concerned at this point. You're not gay anymore. You're not gay no more.
Oh, baby.
Women.
I love it here. Made in Birmingham. Carlos, Birmingham producer. My sisters, Imari and Ima Anderson, own real storefronts.
Oh, they want to get on the show. Hey, we all trying to get on one of Carlos' shows. You know what I'm saying?
Is that shade? I just need an opportunity like you had early on. I'm ready to work.
Okay, send your resume to his production company.
Y'all, wait a second. Carlos, Malik, y'all gonna apply for a job. I love it. Hey, Malik. Yvette Boyd, Kim Michelle medical scene broke my heart. I was thinking she really made the decision to change her body and failed. Dealing with body issues can destroy your mental health. Yvette Boyd, happy birthday, Claudia. User, please talk about the confessional looks and why we saw so many so quick, the horrible lighting, And why is Kelli in a costume all the time? I miss the elegance.
But Angela looks so good in that black leather.
Angela looks
gloves.
amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
she's
And
so
that red.
good.
And that red is it's like the way her
Oh.
boobs and cleavage look in that red.
Yeah.
I want to take that to a doctor ASAP.
Don't super
Yeah.
chat your resume.
Oh my God, they about to blow you up.
Lord have mercy. Mika Boo, if Phaedra don't bring it, she will get a pink slip.
Boring.
Mika Boo, my birthday's Thursday on April 16th.
Happy birthday.
Mika
Another
Boo.
Aries.
Happy birthday to you.
Mimi, happy birthday to my fellow Aries. Mine is Wednesday.
Happy birthday, Mimi.
Happy birthday.
Last comment for the super chat, Chop 5899. Watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, I've noticed fans are tougher on Black Housewives franchises. The criticism feels louder, harsher, more personal, with more policing of tone, behavior, and success, and greater scrutiny overall. Jasmine, I see you shaking your head. What do you have to say about that?
I disagree with that, and I think I think that's a little, not that this person is being disingenuous, but I think it's super easy to say that if you don't pay attention to what people are saying about any of the other cities. Like, fans are just overly critical of everything these days. Like, people have been saying this season of Beverly Hills is the worst season they've ever had in the history of the show. Like, people are just overly critical of everything. So I think it's very disingenuous to just say like we're doing it because it's a Black city. Like, no, we're just doing it because we are grumpy ass people in an audience and want to be critical of everything.
And nobody watches the other shows. Well, we don't. They watch theirs and we watch ours. Because I
do watch some of them, and I'm like, they're not like everybody is critical of them. Like, Beverly Hills has been getting the shit stumped out of them this entire season. But if you don't pay attention to what people are saying, and you only pay attention to what people are saying about RHOA or RHOP, of course it seems like they're only talking about that because your algorithm is tailored to show you those two cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Justin said good about it. Okay. Renee Ali, the kids missed over 20 days each. That is verified with the school records. Caping for Porsha's lies is disgusting. Jazz, please stay your energy is light and fun and doesn't feel like a dissertation. All right, they're saying 20 days each, which I haven't seen it, but there you go. And this is our last one, actually. The male B, is it me or does Cynthia's boyfriend look like a young Leon wannabe? Just saying.
It's you.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
Not it's you.
Shout out to my girl Cynthia, baby. She stay happy. Okay.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Birthday people, is there anything you want to promote to the raindrop that you have coming up?
Claudia.
Happy birthday.
Carlo. Baby, you got 6 more months for me, but thank you.
Accidentally informed on Wednesday we will be doing a recap because me and Erica were hanging out in Aruba. So recap, we had a lot of fun down there. And also I'll be hosting a club in Houston on the 18th, Doves. It's in Houston, celebrating my B-Day out there. And then on the 19th, I'll be hosting the Mad Love panel, and I'll be with Arena and Jamie from Love and Marriage, DC.
Love them.
Yes. So I can't wait for that. And there's another couple, so I'll be the moderator of the panel. So I'm looking forward for that. And that's it. Just trying to, keep this waistline small and skin popping and, let my burns heal. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Hopefully, that's it. That's all I got going.
Yep. So
Love and Hip Hop. I'm sorry. Love and Hip Hop on Wednesday. Sorry. Love and Hip Hop on Wednesday.
That's right. Support my girl Claudia on Love and Hip Hop Wednesday, so we know who to cuss out on Thursday. Because whoever you spent that drink on, it's on. But anyway.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Friend Zone podcast every Wednesday. And the Friend Zone podcast Patreon has a lot of exciting original programming on there. Make sure you check that out. This Wednesday, I'll be in Atlanta moderating a panel for the Counterculture Organization. I'll put this link in my stories tomorrow. It's a free RSVP. It might be sold out already though, but fuck with the show if you're in Atlanta on Wednesday. Monday Night Live with the beautiful raindrops that I love so much. Yes, that's it.
Jasmine Henley Brown.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on YouTube. I just dropped a really cool episode of my series called The Queue, which is where I sit with actors and reality stars to ask them the burning question, what do they like to watch when they're not on screen? And I just had an episode drop today with Gail Bean, who plays Wanda in Snowfall. And we had a really fun conversation about like her favorite childhood TV shows, the last thing she binge watched, why she doesn't watch reality TV. It was a really good conversation. And it's only 30 minutes. So you have 30 minutes to pay attention to something. So all that's under my YouTube at J. Henley Brown. And you can also follow me everywhere at J. Henley Brown as well.
Yes. All right. So no interviews tomorrow, Raindrop. I'm dropping one next week. Okay.
Oh,
And
finally.
yes, this one is, let's just say she's in Claudia's world.
About time. It is about time.
It wasn't me, and you know that.
No, I know.
But this one's
Yeah.
gonna be good next week. But no, so listen, catch up on all the shows we dropped last week, including our Patreon, Reality After Dark on Patreon. Claudia, me, Dustin, and Mandy B. We talk about some the craziest topics. It's hilarious.
Y'all so nasty on that show. I can barely.
Thank you.
Please. So get to Patreon. It's at the Carlos King. It's you. Reality After Dark is everything you want it to be, plus more. So make sure you guys get into that. And listen, Belle Collective Birmingham is back this Friday, along with the mid-season finale of Belle Collective Jackson. Okay, so make sure you guys get into that as well. In addition to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I love you, Dustin.
Yes.
Jasmine.
Love you,
Same.
Jasmine. You the
Fun
best.
show.
Oh, you
So
did,
good.
Guys.
You did awesome.
Safe travels, Claudia.
Thanks, Claudia.
Safe travels.
Hopefully, I'm not here all night like my ex used to live in this airport.
I'm done. Bye, boo.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.